There we go. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. I hope you're having a most wonderful Sunday. Most wonderful end of your weekend because I know some of you guys are probably like, wait, what? Yeah, it's the end of the weekend, bro. Why it's Sunday? It's Sinday the Sunday. We gotta do some sins before the week starts. We gotta do that, man. I was just like, but sin, that doesn't make sense. Like, what the heck? Why do we gotta just do it? Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just fucking do it, man. Just fucking do it. But there's been a lot of stuff that has happened this Sunday. Lots of stuff. A little bit too much on stuff. A little bit too much fun, I should say, that people have been having. You know who's not having fun right now? I want to see how many people actually say Twitch. Because, yeah, no, it's Twitch. Twitch. Obviously, it's Twitch. Yeah. For those on YouTube, you probably don't know what's going on. If you have, well, then, you know, this might be news to you. For X and Twitter, I'm assuming you guys would know since that was on there. And, I mean, you guys follow everything. And I mean literally everything. A little bit too much on everything, if you ask me. A little bit too much. Like, religiously too much. Like, we kind of, you know, you can have too much of something. They tend to do that. And there was also a graduation too that happened on the 20th of February that was put out as a notice, which is crazy because I followed a lot of them and I was like, wow, these. I mean, the concept was really good. The fact that Moist Critical also did introduce it. Also, for those that were probably wondering what's going on right there with the Moist Critical Season 2, it has officially ended. It only lasted a staggering of 18 hours. Episode 1 was a huge flop. A very huge flop. But don't worry. People from behind the scenes of Penguin Zero have confirmed they're going to be doing the season 3, baby. Also sucks because we never got to see Iron Mouse's appearance. Imagine that. Imagine being half the cast and not being able to do your appearance. Damn. That must suck. Every Netflix spin-off in a nutshell only gets like one fucking episode. And it's just kind of next. Just like what Charlie was saying. Or like, yeah, no, it actually goes to Netflix. Yeah, no, it's actually, I was going to say like, well, it could go Amazon, but you guys just fucking hate watch Amazon, which is why we have 3 episodes or three seasons of some things we don't like. 1 was enough. Obviously 1 was enough. But 2, oh god, it's asking for too much. You're literally doing the thing that they did from Star Wars for the rule of 2 and stuff like that. Just keep that in mind next time. Also, I feel like it might have maybe given Charlie an idea now. If they actually do watch this, which I'm hoping they don't, because I'll be generally surprised if they do actually watch this. So let's get into all the stuff that's been happening this week, shall we? And possibly blow up in the process. I just kidding. We're not going to blow up. Well, I mean, I won't blow up. You guys might. I don't know. Depending on what the situation be. Someone might blow up. Why does someone always blow up? God damn it. Guys, stop blowing up. All right, there we go. We're on the first section of what's going on Sunday. Just get everything going really quick. Wrong one. I have double windows. I really should be trying stuff over on the laptop since I gotta finally set up the stream. I should do that, but I'm too stupid. I'm just saying. Actually, we could just keep it on that one. There we go. There we go. Mouse is connected. But yes, those that have been living under a rock, if you follow Mythos, which if you haven't followed Mythos, go follow Mythos right now. There's only like 2 big reasons why: Apollo and Poseidon. Aries, well, actually, and then there's close. Actually, there's a lot of them. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen Apollo. A lot of people were just spamming Gaia, you know, when, you know, that incident happened right there, I was just like, okay, well, that's cool. I mean, I still follow them. They're VTubers. They're a group anyway, so of course I was gonna follow them, guys. Of course I was gonna follow them. But unfortunately, Zeus is unfortunately having to step away from the role in Mythos due to a sudden IRL situation that is unfortunately out of everyone's control. She'll be hosting a 12-hour graduation stream on February 25th. So on Tuesday. Damn. And it's Taco Tuesday. On all days, you had to have choose Tuesday. I mean, at least it wasn't Monday. At least you gotta give it to Zeus. She did do the common courtesy of not doing it on Monday, because damn, that would have been a worse start of your week right there. And I usually tell people, you know what, chin up, everybody. It's Monday. It could be worse. And then like Zeus is going. I mean, I think people are gonna say like, well, Zeus is going to be graduating on Tuesday. Sin. It's Taco Tuesday. Now my tacos are going to be wet because they're going to be tears in them. Well, you want to know what? Stop putting jalapenos in there. That might have fucking help. And no, don't say it's because Zeus is leaving. No, we must be strong. And she was only with us like 14 months, and then all that happened. It's insane though. It's insane that something like IRL just popped out of nowhere. I actually was under the assumption that this has to have been an April Fool's joke. I don't like. I honestly did not believe that. I was like, nah. This has to be an April Fool's joke, 100%. And then it started to look a lot more serious. I was like, oh shit, it's not. Fuck. Oh god. And it's crazy too, because Charlie did actually do the voiceover. It's like, behold, the mythos. Damn. That fucking blows right there. That fucking absolutely blows. But for those that have not checked her out, I'm pretty sure she's still gonna have like VODs up, probably on her YouTube. So be sure to check them out. I know a lot of the Mythos girls are not taking that really that great right now, because it's just like, you know, they just started and then like bam, just nothing. Like it just fucking stopped, bro. Absolutely insane. But everyone was wishing, you know, Zeus or you know, you know, like you will be missed. Like do that, everybody. Lots of people that I follow and know were just like, what? I mean, I'm still under the assumption this has to be an April Fool's. There's no fucking way. But it keeps looking like, nah, this is, dude. I honestly think this is legit. God damn it. They're not gonna do like what Moist Critical did with that season 2 of Penguin Zero. They're not gonna do that, right? God, I really hope they don't do that. Because then a lot of people be like, what? Bro, my emotions got played. But this is looking legit. So be sure to check her out on the 25th of February, guys, before she goes for one last hoorah for her. Now we're back onto the main segment of the Sunday Talk. We just wanted to get that out the way right there. Still disappointed that happened, but for those that have not been paying attention to the banking systems of banking of gold, yes, that is gold. That's not the chocolate wrap gold, guys. I know you're going to say, "Ooh, chocolate." No, that's actual gold. That's not the chocolate gold wrap right there that you can find from Walmart. That's like $4.99, and you're just like, bro, I bought gold for $4.99. That's fucking chocolate, bro. What the fuck do you mean? No, this is actual gold. Yeah. U.S. banks have been transporting gold from London to New York, with thousands of gold bars being moved out of banks of England's vaults in the recent months. With inflation rising and trust the fiat crumbling, the U.S. could be securing physical gold before a financial shift. Is something big coming, is what Pirate Nation said. And all I can say to that is, well, you know what? You know how I told you guys to fucking bury your gold? Guess who's fucking laughing now? Also, who now has monopolization of via carrier pigeons? This fucking idiot right here. Yeah. You guys thought I was like stupid. Yeah, it turns out I was just ahead of the game. Please buy my carrier pigeons. I bought way too many by accident. Please. I actually did. Buy way too many by chat. I have like too many cages of carrier pigeons right now. I need to get rid of some of them. My carrier pigeons will not explode compared to the ones that are probably going to be coming out. Those will probably explode. Probably like right in your hand when you're about to release them. You don't want that. See, mine do not explode at least until like after it's like midway in flight. Chester, like I said, I don't think that helps. Well, I mean, hey, at least you got your fucking hands. Try again. At least you got your hands. I swear, people nowadays. I swear, people nowadays. Oh my god. Next thing we have is Grum's, as well as a lot of people's take on Assassin's Creed Shadows, which is coming out still in March as of right now. Yes, on Sunday on 2/23/2025 at 3:15 p.m. Yeah, no, still coming out at the time. It's looking like it's not gonna change in any way, shape, or form. But a lot of people have been very, very vocal on this. And this one is from Tome JP, which was talking about regarding the shrine destruction issue in the Assassin's Creed, aka Assassin's Creed Shadows. It has been confirmed that not only the shooting shield Hisei shrine, but also the Association of the Shinoto Shrines is involved in responding. Wow, this seriously became an international issue. And as I said, the date that they pushed it out on was what, like the date of the nerve agent, the like the worst modern day terrorist attack in Japan. Only one and the worst one with the nerve agent and all that. And if I had a nickel every time that there was an attack that is on the same day, unintentionally, maybe slightly intentionally, but like unintentionally on the same day, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's kind of fucking weird that it happened twice, especially in the same country. Yeah, yeah. So it looks like the Shrine Association in Japan is looking like they're going after Ubisoft. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think they should make this game anymore. Wait, what? They're telling me right now that if they don't make this game, they're going to shut down their doors. I'm okay with that. I mean, what's the worst that we can have? I mean, like, look at the games that have failed. We got Concord and Dragon Age. I mean, Concord died. Dragon Age died. No way, actually, Dragon Age is still slightly alive. May have lost both legs, been like, and one arm, and he's just like trying to fight back, like, just like, I don't know, one of those like weird fucking high school games that you would play on the high school computers, and you're just like having all your body parts blown off. I forgot the name of that though. But chat probably knows what I'm talking about if you guys are that old. If not, then damn. Damn. Damn, I feel old then. But yeah. Yep. Well, no, it's still there. I know Assassin's Creed Shadows is still coming out. I don't know if it's even going to be given that chance right there. Which, to be fair, how they have been treating lots and let's just say lots of stuff lately, it has not been too pleasant, to say the least. Yeah, not at all though. Oh, I was wondering what that was, but I was just checking something right now on if there was anything else going on from Assassin's Creed Shadows. If the date got changed, it looks like it hasn't gotten changed. Yeah, so well, yeah, the 2 nickels thing. Imagine having like a whole like agency that's involved with shrines in a country that is very peaceful and very respectful and very beautiful and very sexy and very polite, very sexy. It's just like, okay, so get to the point, okay. And then they're just going after you because you treated them like shit, even though they were being the most professional about it. Compared to them, they were not being professional about it. Then again, that's a lot of people from the West, though. Do not. I mean, chat, I'm pretty sure I told you guys this right here. Like Grandpa Lion's verse of treat others how you wish to be treated. My verse, treat others how you wish to be treated. Now, if you treat someone like shit, that gives them the opportunity to treat you like shit right back. Yeah, don't do that. You treat people like shit, they're gonna treat you like shit right back. If you treat people with kindness and respect, they're gonna treat you with kindness and respect too. That's just how it goes. Just know that whoever does that is usually the first one that goes out, and yeah, good luck with that. Next that we have right now is a new email, and this was brought to my attention quite recently. It looks good. This is from Twitch. It's not. It's actually not from Twitch. This is a scam. Yeah, it's very convincing. The only real tip off is that Twitch would never be generous when, and it comes from a Gmail email, so don't be fooled. Yep. Yeah, it looks good. It's from the partner program manager. Yeah, that looks very convincing right there. But it was sent by like an email right there. Also, $300 per streams for all verified streams. Holy shit, that's too much, bro. That's like, I wish. I think everyone wishes. Bro, $300, bro. Like, you have to be like as big as Asmongold or like Iron Mouse or like Zentrea or like anybody in that matter just to get like $300. But not even for the verify, but nice try. So yeah, for any of you guys are Twitch streamers or like, you're about to get to that partner program and all that, or already have the partner program, be very careful on the emails. This is what it looks like. If it says this right here, read that $336 per, when you see that, that's when you know it's a scam one. Just putting that out there. Keep an eye out for some of this stuff right there, because right now, February, March, this is the time for a lot of people trying to get a lot of money really quick. Because yeah. Also, Twitch coming back twice the crosshair, because you get the rule of two, I guess. Twitch has updated its enforcement system to reduce the risk of permanent bans. Minor violations expire in 90 days. Seriously, very seriously serious. Violations like hateful conduct will expire in 1 to 2 years. Damn. Damn. A lot of people are saying like, lots of people are going to be coming back. Imagine imagine Dr. Disrespect. Because you guys are probably aware that Dr. Disrespect got banned from all these platforms. It's already been like over 1 year for like serious violations, and now he can come back, and I'm like, brother. Oh, brother, imagine being imagine being that one person and try to get him banned, and then it went to a huge debacle from back and forth on each side. I mean, what Doctor Disrespect did was not good, and then what Twitch side, from a former employee was also not good. So imagine, man, just imagine just like the shit show that's going to go on in the next few months. Chat, just imagine that. It's gonna be fun. We are going to be entertained for at least like a few months, maybe a month at best. I don't know, but man, it's gonna be very, very, very interesting. Next that we have, and this is from the My Nintendo Gold Points, will be discontinued for March 25th. By the way, it's worldwide. A lot of people were saying it's Japan, right? Nope, worldwide. Yeah. Use your points now. Use them. Use them. Guys, gals, cubs of all shapes, sizes, and stuff. Fucking use your points if you have them. Like, on anything, because they're going to be gone. Yeah. Also, it's not like you can get anything from them anyway. Yeah, the gold program was not great. It was it was there, but it was let's just say there wasn't really any gold points that were coming from it. So I mean, if you have some, I guess you're okay, but but yeah. March 25th is the deadline of the discontinue. So if you 24th is, probably a safe option. Spend any gold points that you have right now and just get rid of them, because I mean, it's not like you're gonna have them anyway. Oh, there we go. And this was obviously that came out on February 18th, so I believe that was like on Monday or Tuesday. And this is from Wario64 going on with the Marvel Rivals director, and the team was laid off. Yeah. So this was like the like western sides of them, not like the main people. Just to let you know, it wasn't the main people. It was like people from the west, like western developers that were brought in to help out. Also, their English is from the Marvel Rival side, even though they're from China and they've been taking like English classes. I'll be honest with you, it has actually improved quite a bit. That's insane. Dedication right there. They're doing that. I mean, hey, like I just say keep it up. I mean, hey, whoever's doing those English classes, they're doing a fantastic job. But yeah, going on to the main story for this right here, and this is the person talking about the game industry's very weird. Um, so they're going on with talking about my stellar talented team just helped me deliver an incredibly successful new franchise, Marvel Rifles, for NetEase games, and we're laid off. Oh well, times will tear. I can't even speak. Tough times all around. We need to find incredible people, new jobs because we need to eat. I am going to start inspiring Gary McLee. I don't even know who you are. Probably said the name wrong. During the course of the project, Gary was fantastic to work with and is a highly technical designer. Currently working a level designer, I've seen his passion project, who is proactive problem solver. A lot of our time was essentially what's going on is blah 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 blah. They got laid off. Main reason why is because they are not really looking into that. Grums also did do that right there, going into that, or it was 6 people that were laid off from the U.S. division of NetEase. This may have been for the entire size of the Seattle Marvel's Rivals office. 6 is unfortunate, but still a small number compared to the entire team on Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals' core creative director is still there, and he does all the game design, vision updates on the YouTube channel. Game director let go from the U.S. office, who's linked in the post and all that we just saw. In his own words, in his own podcast, and blah 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 blah, he was in charge of the creative. The Chen was in charge of the creative vision. Okay, I know there's a lot of mumbo jumbo going on with all that chat, as I'm reading right there. Short, simple, sweet. Let's go. He got rid of them because they, just because of Western, because of the Western, just say the Western devs not being too happy right now at everything. Constantly fighting the fan base instead of just ignoring them. I mean, to be fair, they could have just ignored them. I honestly felt like that's probably like the best thing to do. But, they want to get the last word on everything, and the last word is the last word. They got fired. It's starting to look like it. And it is showing that, a lot of those stuff coming from the US, like Western games, it's not doing so good. Eastern video games are doing pretty good. Japan, some of them have been hit by a lot of the, Western game stuff right there. Some of them were laid off in Japan is what somewhere I saw. I didn't have the article on that one right there. I do apologize. But some of them have been affected. They were laid off just to avoid any kind of risk. And I don't blame them. I honestly do not blame them. I mean, it's your product. You're going to care for your product. That because you have a passion. And plus, like, lots of people like in the East, like lots of the stuff that came out like way back when. Like, I honestly felt like, and this is just me right here. I know this is like going a little bit off topic right here. But then this is going in with the Marvel and video games right there. When Stan Lee was still with us, God bless his soul and all that. He had a lot of push and all that cameos, and we would really liked what he was doing. Unfortunately, again, he's not with us anymore, and I honestly feel like they just fucking ruined his IP, even though he was the one that had passion for it. People right now, like, the gentleman right here, Mr. Chen, he also has that passion right there. A lot of them grew up seeing Marvel and DC stuff too, and then they have their own bootleg versions of it. But again, when you see the original one, you're just like, wow, this is incredible. And now that they have access to work on that IP from Disney, because Disney allowed them to do that because of all that, there's like a lot of mumbo jumbo, lots of connecting the dots type of stuff. That is actually a dream right there, to be working on a product that is beloved by thousands of people worldwide, and making it almost to the point where it's like Stan Lee will be very happy to see this kind of stuff. It sucks that and this is just me, and I really hope Mr. Chen is doing this. Can they do a Stan Lee cameo, like just like a nod to him on his birthday, or the day that he passed away, or his birthday? One of those two right there. That would be a nice cameo. A lot of people will cry. I will cry. I think Chad will cry too. But yeah, no, it's just the passion right there. You have a passion for a product. You want the product that you have because this is something you love to do good. There you go. They also, for a little side note right there, NetEase is also working on Destiny 2, and also another game that people said that has so much potential. But Bungie did not want to have that potential, and then that's why they made Destiny 2. NetEase is working on it, trying to do something that is exactly like Destiny, but a version of people that people would like. Again, it can work with that one right there. Vex have been introduced. They have time-altering timeline technology. There will be another timeline. This could be the other timeline. Just saying. So they got that potential. That window was left open. 100% left open. Oh, there we go. Next that we have is Trump says that he'll be introducing a 25% tariffs on autos, pharmaceuticals, and chips. So not potato chips, chat. Not potato chips. And we'll be like, no, my Sun chips. No, my Lay's chips. No, not those chips. You see this? This is an RTX. You know what? I don't even fucking care anymore because this thing is probably a lot more now. 25%. Good luck with that. $400. Actually, no, that's a lie. You wish it was $400. It's probably $1,000 right now for the new one. Plus 25% added onto that. Plus the tax that you got to pay. Plus the the extra stuff that, so it's probably, so if it's 25%, you're not going to keep the exact same price because businesses got to make up some profit from it after all. I want to see how many people will be like having those wheels turn right there. Yeah. So if it's $2,000, add in a 25% extra, tariff without the taxes on yet. Again, not taxed yet. And then add in the tax. That's how much it's going to be. But that's not for you. That's not the price you're going to get because the business has to get a profit. That's like zero profit. That's just the money going to direct, people from that right there. If you're buying it from Walmart and all that, because Walmart and all the other ones, but even then, if you buy from their official website, they still got to make a profit at the end of the day too. There's not that middleman anymore. They still got to make a profit because it's going to cost a lot just to get shipped over there now. So expect that $2,000 right there to probably go over to $3,000, maybe $700, $600. So it's like that's a lot of money. So I did tell you guys to get that stuff like in December when all that stuff was, because a lot of people are trying to be like, you know what? Fucking do it. Clean house. Get rid of anything that's new this year. Yeah. Yep. So that's going to suck. Also, it sucks if you have a car and love computers and stream and also need medication, which is like 94% of every VTuber. Oh my god, we're fucked, guys. VTubers are going to be extinct in the next few months. Oh god, no. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to get the videos up right there. I forgot. I think we had it on 18th and 17th. I forgot. I know we watched like these ones right here. But I know I saw one from Rev again. Bro, what the fuck are these ads? Actually, hang on. No, there was one from Asmongold. You know what? We're gonna do the one from Asmongold.
Online crime is soaring.
Dude, these ads are wild. Oh my god, dude, these ads are so fucking wild. And this is, here we go, BioWare. So I think I didn't watch any
Online
of those.
crime is soaring, and things you do on the internet every day may put you at risk. With Aura, a simple all-in-one solution powered by AI.
If this is what I think it is, it's going
Of
to be
course,
really
it's AI
fucking
chat.
funny.
Always has been, always will
the
be.
super weird out of touch guy Mark Dara made a video complaining about gamers.
Oh my
Mark
god, chat, it's
Dara,
Marvel
an
Rivals.
ex-dev from BioWare.
Oh,
and what's
man.
even more hilarious is how he's getting all upset in the comments of that
He's
video,
so
which
mad.
were definitely
Imagine being mad and, you know, developer also working on game. Imagine these nuts being dragged across your face there. Oh wait, they are. What, you mad, bro? Okay, just like,
going to
now.
dig
This guy is writing fucking manifestos in the comments, pissed off because I reacted to his video and I disagreed with parts of his video. I didn't even disagree with the entirety of his video. I disagreed with part of it.
I don't know who that
he's,
guy
like,
is, but I
rage
disagree with
responding to
everything.
people. It's great entertainment for us. First, a little more info on Mark Dara. So yeah, once again, this guy is an ex-dev for BioWare, although apparently he was brought back to do some consulting on Veilguard. That's what some people are saying. If that's true, that's hilarious. What we do know, however, is that he was at the very least attempting to prop up and defend Veilguard, for example, rock, paper...
What the fuck? Can you guys understand any of that? What the fuck is this shit? Bruh, I thought we were playing a game. I didn't know we were building a fucking computer. If that was the case, I'd be fucking building a computer. At least I could have fun with that. I mean, I can build a computer. But just know the wiring is not going to be all that there, you know. It's not going to be that professional white finger glove from a professional with a very sexy bow tie and all that kind of stuff. You know, modeling the case that you are going to be getting with the wires, CPU, GPU, NVIDIA graphics card. Check out Starforge, guys.
What I see in Veilguard is a game that finally bridges the gap.
I hate that.
It bridges the gap between the employees and the unemployment line.
For Shotgun here as a headline, BioWare's Mark Dara thinks Veilguard's the first Dragon Age where the combat's actually fun. What I see in Veilguard is a game that finally bridges the gap. Oh, and you know what? Here's some more information on the whole Veilguard consulting thing.
I'm not gonna say
Games
that.
Radar had wrote, former Dragon Age boss now consulting on the Veilguard.
Of course.
Former Dragon Age boss now is consulting on the Veilguard RPG. Really is the quote-unquote best Dragon Age game I've ever played. On June 19th, 2024. And he has not played ever since because he's finished it because he's that pleased with the game. It only took him 1 hour of playtime.
Of course you're getting mad and you're trying to defend this. So I forgot all about this. I didn't even know this. Maybe I knew it. I didn't really take it seriously or didn't pay attention to it.
I never take all these journalists seriously
anymore. So this guy
anymore.
basically was telling them that this was a good idea, and now that it's a bad idea, now he's trying to guilt trip his audience into thinking that it's good, that they...
Oh my god, dude, that... Man, are you kidding me? Are you really guilt tripping us? I've guilt tripped chat more times than I can count and saying chat. You guys ate steak without me. You ate pizza without me. What the heck, man? You know, I'm not going to give you guys any more pizza. You know, like trying to guilt trip you all that. And then it's like, you know what? Fuck you. And then they just throw a fucking, like, you know, water bottle at me. And that's on a good day.
They released the game and it's bad that people are happy that the studio failed? Oh, God.
No way.
Says
the RPG really is the best Dragon Age game that I've ever played. Yeah, so that's the sort of dude we're talking about. Subtext reading.
For sure.
Mark Dara has high praise for BioWare's latest. And apparently this dude is a BioWare veteran. How can this dude just like tarnish BioWare's legacy like this? Yeah. Oh, it's the best Dragon Age game ever. It's so great. To BioWare's credit, they did used to make good games.
It's so great, because I say so, that's why.
It was a long time ago.
Oh, Veilguard's the best EA game. BioWare's better than ever. Dudes like this are just complete sellouts. Trying to sell out
Bro,
to the
I
Battlefield
feel
must
like
be
he
good,
was a
but they're all
consultant
gone.
and he's just saying the things so it makes him
So,
look good.
EA
That's really the
thing.
reason why.
It's corpos out
That's
there and
it.
all that. Yeah, it's pathetic. So that takes us to the current news with
Thanks,
this guy.
EA.
Doesn't he
Again.
look like Jake Paul in 20 years?
PC Gamer making this tweet that says,
It's
BioWare
actually
veteran
crazy.
Bro, someone actually said that. Jake Paul in 20 years. Oh, hell no. Oh, God. Oh, God. I could see that now. Oh, shit. Who the fuck said that on his fucking chat? Oh, my God. I just saw that. Oh, my fucking God. I fucking can't, man.
calls out the cruelty of
Yeah.
fans celebrating layoffs, saying
Jake Paul in
you are
20 years.
crossing a
Damn,
line
bro.
and you're probably attacking the wrong person
50
anyway.
years?
The source for this quote is, as mentioned, a video he
cannot
made,
see
which is
that.
on his channel, and we're going to take a look at a portion of that video.
Uh-huh.
I've already watched the full thing twice
Me
myself,
when,
and I'm just going to
okay,
summarize
that's
the
Jeez.
great
nah.
majority of the video, which is
Jeez.
simply that the middle part of the video, he's essentially just making excuses for bad game devs, and the latter part of the video, he's essentially trying to dictate who gamers
I love
are.
how like this is like what I think is so fucking annoying is that these people, they create these they create this apparatus where nothing they do can ever be wrong because there's so many people that are responsible for each individual thing that accountability is displaced between so many sources that there can
Yeah.
never be any fault by anybody. It's so exhausting. Yeah, there must.
You know, I find it funny too that they're talking about how, like, I just want to point this out right now. You know, from Hero Hey, and I don't know if Asmongold caught this too, because I just want to say this right now. I find it funny that a BioWare developer that worked on the worst Dragon Age game that is probably going to end the whole fucking studio at best is fighting, saying, no, this is a good game. It's because I said so. That's why that. It's like, well, where's the evidence that I made the evidence to fuck up? Like that meme right there. I made all the evidence up right there. Like, dude, oh my God, like that's exactly what he's doing. And he's like, just trust me, bro. I made the evidence up, but trust me, bro. It's good. The hell it ain't. And it's funny again. Sorry, like for the sidetrack though, but I love the way how Hero Hey is playing Marvel Rivals, which is the best game that is currently topping the Steam charts right now by like a crap load, like a religiously crap load of people on. Like it's fucking insane. It really is. I find it funny a little bit on that. I just wanted to point that out.
Muddying the waters, exactly, bro. Like they're roaches.
Allowed to criticize and who they're not allowed to criticize. There's also a prevalent recurring theme in his video, which is he doesn't actually use the word criticize. He like doesn't want to admit that gamers have fair critiques for these corporations.
We
and these
have
devs.
critiques.
No,
We
instead
are
he phrases it
fancy.
specifically as gamers attacking and complaining. And I don't think
it's
that's
also like, I mean, everybody agrees. Like, let's
of
just
course
get
he's
this
gonna
out
use
of the
those words.
way. Everybody agrees that if you don't like a voice actor for a certain game or whatever, if you're making personal attacks to them and you're making personal threats, like everybody agrees this is bad. No, but there's no like
should be
hidden
no one doing
agenda
threats.
here of people that think this is a good thing. It's not real. This you're fighting. You're jousting with windmills here. You're fighting ghosts. Like, yeah, there's
Bro,
like
you
5
can't fight a
people on
ghost.
Twitter that think
I
this.
tried chat.
But
Trust
it's
me, it
not
don't
the
work.
majority of people. 99% of people don't think this.
coincidence. I think there's like one of two things going on here. Either he's intentionally phrasing it that way, or he's subconsciously phrasing it that way.
Ooh,
Either
okay.
thing leading to the conclusion that he clearly doesn't think gamers are really valid to criticize these corpos, and he's
I
just
think
trying
he
to
has
play
lost
cover
like
for
8
them.
marbles.
But yeah, that's not going well because gamers are seeing right through his nonsense and calling him out, which, as mentioned, he's getting upset about in his
It's
own
4%,
comment section.
yeah.
All that said, now I'm going to play a portion of his video.
Well, so the reason why he's getting defensive in his comment section is because I reacted to his video and I watched it. That's the reason why he's getting defensive, because he wasn't doing that previously. He was only doing that because once I watched it and everything like that, I said, Grandmaster in this game? Congrats, dude. Holy fuck. nice. And yeah, that's what I think. He's salty. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because while I
That's
could
what's going
summarize
on.
this part too, it's just especially amusing what he says here. So enjoy.
Imagine getting mad.
Did you read the title? Did it say something like "Your $70 doesn't buy you cruelty"?
Oh,
well,
$70.
that's what we're going to talk about today.
Brother.
The fact that you bought a game that you didn't like doesn't give you the
Brother, it's $70 fucking dollars. It says the dumbass that looks like he has a lazy eye that wants to charge people $100. Chat, if the video games do go up $100 in the West, do not buy them anymore. That's it. You know, and if you're still gonna buy one that looks really good, and then that's just gonna be your game of for the West of the year. Everything else, East. They're going to keep it like 40 or $50.
the right
Or
to
free.
be cruel or unkind to the people that developed that game. Now, I'm going to be clear about something.
well, the reason why it doesn't give you the right is because you already had it. Everybody has the right to say whatever the fuck they want.
Freedom of speech.
It's not
bro.
against the law. You could said that anyway.
I'm not saying that you
Like, I think your
have
beard
to
is
like the thing you
is
bought.
at best less than
I'm not
mid.
saying even that you aren't allowed to complain about the thing you bought.
Yeah.
You can have whatever opinion that
Again, 70 fucking bucks, bro. 70 fucking bucks in this fucking economy. Shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up. Bruh. Tell the guy just to shut the fuck up. That's all I can say. Is like, bro, it's 70 bucks at the end of the day. You want to charge you $100? Don't fucking lie to me. Don't fucking come in here or anybody else say like, hey, no. Like, listen, there's a reason why. No, it's okay. So you're telling me, would you buy $100 of one game every fucking like, was it like 2 weeks or a month? No. If you say yeah, then you fucking have a screw loose. Like 59.99, like $60. That right there, I'm okay with. Very rarely, I would like to go. That's why I don't get that many games. Like, dude, like games right now, they're like, if they charge $100, the one I'm only gonna buy is gonna be one game for the year from the West, and that's probably gonna be GTA. That's it. Anyone else is going to try to copy the GTA? Oh, it's $100 because it's GTA. Oh yeah, no, we'll definitely charge $100 for our games from now. I want GTA to do something so scummy right there. I really do. Just to, like, I want them to charge like $40 for the game. I'm telling you, cha. I want to see people buy the game twice because of that. Because then it's like $80 for 2 games, and you have one for Steam, one for PlayStation. If you wanted to be that kind of person, instead of having like, you know, $100 going to $200, you only get $80, and that's better. You see the difference right there, really fucking quick. I mean, though, I'm on Steam, so you know, I'm okay with because I'm not going to be really using my PlayStation all that much anymore. Hoping most of the few games that I do have actually have a Steam access at some point. You know, kind of hoping on that just a little bit. But it's here we are, like, we're really going to push $100. Again, if GTA goes and does, $39.99, bro, these people will be absolutely fucking devastated. But I think they should do that because then more people would want to buy it. I mean, especially right now, how you see things are going, and people are like going like dude, there are articles talking about like the next GTA. Saying it needs to be $100. They're telling the developers, the marketing to charge $100 for GTA so we can charge $100. I really hope the marketing or people in that's working on GTA see this and they'll be like, you don't work for us. We don't work for you. Fuck you. We're going to do whatever the fuck we want and then charge like $39.99. Those people will be absolutely financially devastated. I'm going to be honest with you, because then, you know what? If GTA is going to charge $39.99 for GTA 6, fingers crossed, everyone else is going to charge $100 still, either way. But now they're going to look like fucking idiots in the room.
You're right. Not in Germany.
Not wrong,
that
right?
you feel like
True.
towards a game. Even if that opinion is stupid and wrong, you are entitled to that opinion. And to some degree, you're entitled to express that opinion to the corporation, to the video game studio that created this game that you bought.
Yeah.
You paid 70 of your
Also,
own
game
dollars
icing,
for this game, and it
Wow.
disappointed you. And you're angry about that. That is fine. You are entitled to be angry about it. And you're entitled to express that anger in certain channels. If you are mad at that Ubisoft game, be mad at Ubisoft. Express your anger to Ubisoft or to the studio that made the game.
Ubisoft.
But you cross a line when you start being cruel about it. So why am I saying you don't get to be cruel because you...
Why are you
Yes,
not
I'm 29.
defining what that word means? You're not defining the word.
I'm like the cat.
The problem is like
And
you're
threw that
using
thing
an
right there.
emotionally charged word without creating a distinction, because there's a lot of people that view constructive criticism, and cruelty that are
Chat, it's like the thing I said, like, you know, because I know he's going to go into that criticism and all that. I've said that so many fucking times. It's like, okay, if you have a room of 100 people. All right, a room of 100 people. 80 of them are saying this is the best product I've ever had. You know, whatever it is. It could be video games, could be food. 80 people are saying this is the best product, and 20 people are saying this is the worst thing they have. I'm going to listen to the fucking 80 people until the other 20 people are like, hey, you know, I'm sorry, but, you know, we're going to keep it exactly how we are. You know, if it's like, you know, 20 people, but 80 positive reviews and 20 negative, I'm going to be honest with you. 80% or 90, well, you know, like 80 people. 80 people are liking it out of the 100 people that came in. It looks like there could be some work done, but if it's like, if you read the reviews and it's not really anything really worth, then it's just what people are just having a bad fucking day. But if the 80 people like it, then you know what, you're doing something good. Now, if 75 people dislike the product, then you know you have a fucking problem. Just fucking saying. Even if that's reverse, like 80 people disliked it, 20% liked it. Okay, we have a huge fucking problem. We need to see what's going on. We need to do a restructure. We need to see what's going on, what the problem is, and what needs to get changed around. That's just how the business world works. And these people right there in the gaming industry do not want to acknowledge the problem. And that is just a fact.
we're all on the spectrum. So, like, I think that you can easily see personal attacks, insults at a person's appearance, stuff like that. This is obviously all bad, right? But where does that line get drawn? Well, you're not creating the line, and so how can anybody know what you mean?
Spent $70. Let's walk through it.
Mm-hmm.
One,
He's creating
you
rhetoric.
shouldn't be cruel at all. What are you doing? It's a video game. You don't need to go out of your way to cause harm to other people because of a video game that you don't like.
Okay, so yeah, you know,
we go.
Cruel. He goes off about being cruel and never really defines what he means by.
So does he think that like if like so somebody makes a video game that's not fun, and then a player beats up the developer in real life, how many people do you think really support that? Basically, fucking nobody. Nobody supports. Like, this is not real. Like, it's total fucking bullshit.
Don't judge me.
Cruel. Chances are that's something he would use to fit his own meaning whenever it's convenient for him to defend corpos. And okay, here's a question, bruh. Why do these giant corporations get to be cruel to gamers? Trying to take our money, charge us $70 for their AAA slop.
I would say that's a good argument. Yeah, I think it's a little bit cruel when you make a video game and you charge $70 for it and it's bad.
Sometimes promising features that are not even there and releasing games that are far too buggy than they should be.
I was gonna say, bro, it's like $70 for a game, and it's not even fucking finished. $70 for a game that's not even finished, not playable, not responsive, and yet you have the audacity to charge $70. I'm actually impressed that you have the balls to charge 60, let alone 50. Let's start for another time.
Be at release. Sometimes essentially using players as their own beta testers without properly disclosing that that's even what they're doing. It's an extremely shady and corrupt industry.
What?
You don't see this guy advocating for gamers to get refunds on these slop games.
Tester.
No, instead he's just trying to dictate how gamers are allowed to respond when these corporations try and swindle people out of their money. And of course I understand that they're not literally forcing someone to buy their game. They don't like threaten them to buy the game or else. But as mentioned,
dude, I hate it when they fucking do that shit. They like, oh, well, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Other people are like, okay, so I took that fucking personally. I went to go play like, you know, Genshin Impact or like Marvel Rivals. Or the new game that's currently getting hate right now, which is that mech, it's that mech game that Zen's playing right now. That game, chat, you can have a butt slider and a booba slider and a schlong slider. That's just like, what? Yes. So like, oh my god, I can have big cake and big schlong, or I can, or if I'm a female and want to have a female, I can have the, you know, a big titolays and a big buns that have been baked too well. Yeah. Yep. So it's just like, oh my god, what the hell? That's disgusting. So what? You know the full game, bro? Like, Zentra is playing it. She has it on her stream right there. Just look for Zen, okay? That's all. I forgot the full name of it. I did watch it for a little bit. I saw it. She was trying to do like her character. The cheeks clap. I heard it with my own little ears.
A lot of the time these corporations are very dishonest in how they're presenting their game as if it's a complete product, when a lot of the time these AAA games really aren't.
If you feel like you need to focus it down onto an actual human being, I mean, that's really sad. I'm sorry. That's very sad. And hopefully you can grow beyond that. But I will...
Brother. Well, I'm sorry that we didn't want to get fucking, like, intercepted by a fucking bot says, oh, hello, human. I am a bot. Beep boop bop bop skibidi boop ba da. You know, I'm just fucking saying. Because that's how most of the responses are. They're like fucking bots. Have criticism? Bot. All the other stuff? Bot. You want to get a refund for a game? Bot.
Will give you a couple of outlets. If you...
I think that it makes sense when you focus on a human being whenever a specific...
Also, hang on really quick.
specific person is saying things that are problematic, like that avowed art director, for example.
I was hearing like music,
like that
and
makes
I thought
sense.
It was,
now, whenever you're looking at harassing a voice
Native American
actor
spirit
for some character because you don't like what the character's doing in the game, like this is
like
mental
okay? Don't fucking
behavior,
judge me.
Absolutely. But that's not the majority, and it's actually a small minority. It's again, like, I mean, like, what are we doing here? Like, it's just like such a crazy thing to even say. This guy's an example of a concern troll. No, what he's doing is he's trying to... So he put his weight behind a game that was received very badly, and now he's trying to play defense for it because he was aligned with it, and it makes him look bad. That's what's really happening here. That's what I think is happening here.
Need to complain at a human being, I'm going to say you don't get to go lower than the first person in the credits.
Yes, the complaining police over here.
would
Oh,
be
you
too
don't
nice.
get to
Like
do
that meme with
this.
the
You can
cat.
only do that. And an important thing to take note of is how he's not providing any
Editor,
examples.
do not
Like,
fucking
what is
put
he even
me next
specifically
to that
talking about
fucking
here?
gif of a
I don't
cat
generally
chewing.
see gamers going after like specific people who worked on a game unless those people went out of their way to attack gamers first. For example,
Exactly. Fucking exactly. Yeah. Nobody's going and just like finding random devs and doing that. And if they are, they're assholes and they're pieces of shit. Yeah, that's obviously wrong.
have seen devs at certain companies, certain devs, literally making inflammatory statements that target gamers with hostility, in which case,
actually a pretty
obviously,
good
the
Jeff play
gamers
right
that
there.
see
That
that
Jeff probably
may
thought
very
he
well
got him.
respond to it, and they're allowed to do that. Or in other circumstances, when we've seen devs, for example, some of the Veilguard devs, who very obviously put in like self-insert slop into the game, which we also directly see negatively impacted the game. Yeah, people are allowed to criticize those choices and the people who made them.
If
Just
only
because you're a
someone
game
told them
dev
not to
doesn't
do
mean
that. Oh
you're
wait, we
free from
did.
criticism. And you can't criticize.
Well, there's
me.
always this emotional manipulation where it's like, and anybody who's like part of celebrity culture does this. Like content creators do this as well. It's like they always want you to feel sorry for them, or like, oh, this is so sad, it's happening to me. Like I'm getting bullied. Like people don't like me, etc. It's
Child, you guys haven't given me steak in 8 years. What the fuck, man? I'm gonna die. Why would you do this to me? I just wanted steak. Oh wait, I'm not crying. I wanted steak, and you guys didn't give it to me. Okay. Well, I fucking ruined it. Okay.
so exhausting to me. Like if you put out a stream, if you put out videos and people don't like the videos, that's what happens, right? That's life. If you go into the public space and then people say, we don't like what you're doing, then get the fuck out of the public space. That's the way.
I know the public space. You know what we could do on stream? We can watch like anime swimsuits and rating them. And I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty sure we're not gonna get likes, but we're gonna get like at least probably like 20 people looking and be like, whoa. Oh, and it's like, the titties are a 10. However, the bikini is at a 7. I'll give it probably 8.8 right there. You know, could have chosen a different color scheme though. Now we need to go to the lower half though for the bikini. Just like, oh wait, hang on, whoa. Oh, okay, hang on. No, wait, hang on. The line's cooking. I could do that, but I know Twitch is going to strangle me and be like, shh, quiet, sing, quiet, as I'm like getting strangled out by Twitch, and like there, the noise is gone. Hey guys, my name's Twitch. It's just like it just goes like that, and we're just like right there, just looking at that, and they'll be like, oh my god, Twitch just strangled a fucking lion on 4K. Oh my god.
The way the world works. So I don't understand how this is it's happening. You can also pivot your content. Yeah, you could just make different content as well. And so you have this emotional manipulation that happens with streamers doing this, celebrities do this, and especially game devs do this, where they're trying to like paint themselves out as like victims when the reality is that game development is just like a lot of other industries as well, where you have people that get fired regularly. Like this is what happens in tech as a macro thing in general. But we're supposed to feel uniquely, sorry for a game developer when something like this happens. Whereas if you make any product and the product doesn't sell, it doesn't make money, you're out of a job. That's the way the world works. I used to think Asmon had taste in games. Listen, guys, the Avowed thing, I get it. Hey.
Last of Us Part 3.
It is what it is. All right?
Damn.
It is what it is. Guys, I'm getting hate. Look at this. I'm being bullied. This isn't fair. Look at this. This is like I'm getting attacked in my own stream now. Like I can't even stream anymore without somebody trying to attack me and bully me and say I'm wrong. This isn't fair, guys. Can anybody donate to make me feel better?
You can only criticize the first name in the credits.
Oh,
Be a human being.
That's
have
fucked
some
up.
empathy, and stop being cruel. Stop throwing a party because a bunch of people lost their jobs. Because you don't know the circumstances that resulted in the thing that you're mad at. People deserve some grace.
they do.
People deserve some
we all
empathy
do.
from you. And if you can't provide that, then stay off the internet completely.
Yeah, the lack of self-awareness with this guy, man, is pretty astonishing.
It's insane.
Okay.
Telling us to stay off the internet, that's what he should be doing, really. Like, he's just making terrible points and making himself look like a fool. And again, like I mentioned multiple times, it only gets worse in his own comment section. We're almost there, by the way.
Dude,
and there's two more points I'll bring up really quick. It shouldn't be surprising when people celebrate some of these companies going through layoffs after these companies have been very predatory towards gamers and/or they.
Dude, it's crazy that people start celebrating when like someone gets laid off from a company that did really, really bad, and that person talks so much fucking mad shit to the whole community, and they start like bringing out the fireworkers, the fine china and all that kind of stuff. That they get the hula dancers in bikinis with double D's, like they have to get the double D's just to annoy those people. Obviously, they got to do that. Like I'm just saying, and then they get like the cake that is ice cream, the ice cream cake. I love the ice cream cake. Ice cream Oreo from Dairy Queen. Ice cream Oreo cake. That one's good. I like that one. Gotta get that. And then it's just a fucking party, dude. Like that's all it is. That's literally how I see them react. It's like they start celebrating and doing the stuff that they hate, like what I just described. They don't like chocolate ice cream cake. I don't know why. We're going to bring it out. They obviously do not like attractive women in bikinis with double D's. Fuck it. We're going to hire them. They don't like parties because it makes them feel bad because they haven't had a birthday party because their parents never loved them. Again, after the past of the age of, oh my god, I can't even say my word. Past the age of 12, they stopped loving them and they stopped throwing them birthday parties. We're throwing a fucking party, guys. You're all invited except them. Fuck them. That's all I see. They do the stuff that they don't like. And I'm right here just like, wait, hang on. I like ice cream chocolate cake. I like fine china. I like birthday parties too. I like parties just in general. And I do like the thing with the hula dancers in bikinis and all that with like obviously. I like that. Count me in. I don't know what the fuck happened, but you had me at free food. It's just not like I know someone's gonna be saying, "Well, bro, they had me at the double D like hula dancers in bikinis and all that." I'm like, no, the food got me. It's ice cream cake, man. Who doesn't like ice cream cake? Come on.
They have people working at those companies that have made public
I love
statements
when they go
showing
in,
hostility
like,
to
celebrate
gamers.
and all that stuff.
And also, they
hate.
make racist public statements and they don't get fired. That's the big difference.
Dude, facts. They don't get fired for shit like that.
Nobody would hold it against the company if the company did like somebody said it and
they're
the
representing
like,
the company.
Yeah,
How
we
come
don't
they don't get
support that.
fired?
We're going to get rid of this guy, right? But they
Just
don't.
saying.
They defend it, and it's because they agree with it. That's the reason.
Literally, you can argue that with
I fucking hate that. I hate that right there. He is so fucking true on that. Chat, I know like a lot of people are getting pissed right now. What was it? That one from Elden Ring. The game that chat says, "Wow, Sin, you suck at Elden Ring." And I'm like, brother, I don't know what the story is, and you guys keep telling me the story is you, and I don't know who you is. Who is you? Fuck, the story's crazy. So I dropped it. I didn't understand it. And then it took me a while, and then I realized, like, oh, wait. I think I got the story. After a chatter told me, no, like, the story is what you make it to be. There's many ways that you can go to the story. I was like, oh, okay. So it's like, my brain hurts. Me who's been given free choice, and I'm like, God, what do I do? Josh is like, Sin, you can do anything. I'm like, God, why have you forsaken me? I have the choice of thought. That's how I feel with Elden Ring. But that person that's on those shrines right there, someone did like a mod that has her like animation with like big atitoles and a big buttocks and stuff like that, and six pack. Oh god, six pack. Oh, but yeah, no, like the people are upset over that. I think they did that because a lot of there was like a game that came out that didn't like that, and then that started to go out, and then now like they're teching that mecha game, and I'm like, oh god. Plus it's mechs, bro. You get to go as an attractive male that looks badass, or you can go and attract a female that can also be badass, or you can just be like Zen. That's it.
These companies going through layoffs, the industry is actually healing. The final point is that it comes off really hollow when he's pretending to care about people that get laid off. He's unwilling to criticize the devs who are factually bringing these studios down, which very well may result in a game underperforming and then everyone getting laid off. And I'm using everyone a bit facetiously here, but you know, a massive number of people. If he really didn't want layoffs to happen, then he shouldn't be upset when gamers find people responsible for dragging these games down and then criticizing the bad work that they do. That bad work can directly lead to the game underperforming and then surprise layoffs. But nah.
If something's bad,
Surprise,
it's bad.
you got
like,
fired.
That's it.
What do you mean I got fired?
Like this is the thing. This is one of the reasons why like I never really relied a lot on like parasocials. And like obviously every streamer has parasocials that watch, but I've tried to put a pretty big barrier between like me and a lot of my viewers. And what I mean by that is I try to avoid having any sort of like circumstance where like my viewers are let me think of a good way to say this, like where like I want people to like really feel sorry for me, or I try to bridge the gap between like you guys watching for content and for entertainment into you watching in order to like me or be like a real life friend.
Chat, I have an idea because I do this stuff all the time. Chat, I'm gonna be more real with you. We're going to rate anime titles on stream on April. On Wednesday. We're gonna do that on Wednesday. Josh is like, Sin, I don't like this. I want to do it. I want to do it. Let me do it. I want to do it. I think you guys would like it too. You guys are gonna. I'm just gonna throw a lot of anime in there, and then chat's gonna be like, "Wow, that's beautiful." I wonder how many people are gonna get pissed off and probably wish me death again. It's just like, bro, it's just anime titles. It's just titles. Oh, why are you mad? Only one that can be mad is Heya, because Heya don't have any.
And the simulator, because I feel like there's a lot of streams that do this as well.
And then Shibby
like,
Dorky.
This is why I have a lot of opinions about it, because I feel like there's a lot of parallels to this with like streaming and content creation. Whereas, like from my perspective,
really quick.
I try to come on every day and be entertaining and not just be like, oh yeah, people like watching a stream because they like being around you. That's nice, right? And it's good to have that type of charisma.
Negotiations
but I try to go a step farther and actually be entertaining.
How to negotiate.
Make a conscious effort to engage people and have it not just be that surface level weird interaction.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to do a boyfriend, best friend, girlfriend experience type thing. Right? That's it.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like there are, I mean, I'm not gonna say his name, but there is a VTuber from a VTuber agency that does do that, you know, boyfriend type of thing right there. And god damn, dude, that's so fucking awkward just to go into right there. Or not awkward, like weird to go into. It's like, what the fuck? Same thing with like I'm sorry to like some of the female like streamers though, but it's like I'm not trying to be mean, but dude, it's kind of fucking weird. Like I honestly, I mean, you probably have to like, you know, like tough skin for that. Like, I'm just being honest with you. Like you're probably very like tough to deal with most of that stuff that comes in there. I don't think anyone could do that. Like the ASMR stuff, when I see like an IRL female streamer do that shit, because it's just like they're trying to do like, oh, I'm your girlfriend kind of thing right there, and it's just like. It's kind of fucking weird that you're really doing that. Like I would assume you would have, you know, a boyfriend or, you know, or same sex, you know, like for the same sex, like, you know, you have a, you know, if you're a girl and you have a girlfriend, you know, like I would assume that, you know, again, that'd be fucking weird. Just saying. Don't judge me on that right there. I'm sorry, but it's just like it's fucking weird for boyfriend and the girlfriend one. It's just very, very weird. And I honestly do not know how they fucking do it, because it's just like, for me, it makes me feel uncomfortable when I see that stuff, because I'm just like, dude, like, plus, well, well, you know, there's that. I'm not gonna say that, well, but like, so there's somewhere to walk in right there, then I'm gonna be right there, just slowly turning around like that, like just like, I can explain, and then I'm gonna get judged. I do not want to get judged. Being judged is bad. But yeah, no, dude, that's like the boyfriend girlfriend ones are so fucking weird though. It's like that anime, which I'm surprised it got anime, or I forgot the name of it though. But I watched a little bit of it. It's oh yeah, there we go. Run a Girlfriend. I saw that one and I'm like, bro, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I wonder how many people think that way. Like, oh, maybe if I do this and then they can fall for me and all that. I'm like, brother in Christ, they're just fucking there. They're like, that's exactly what like a parasocial relationship is. Like, they're not even there for you. They're just there. It's what I'm here for. I'm here to tell you to take your fucking meds, bro. Take your fucking meds, guys. Wake up, there is not a little lion boy talking to you, and there are no anime titties. Wake up! Wake up! You're in a psych ward. Wake the fuck up!
Beholden? Yeah, exactly, right? You literally tweeted asking for donations. Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Instead, he's ardently defending these people for some reason.
Oh my God.
Anyways, let me know what you think about that stuff. Now, on to the comments. A top comment reads, a simple bill of $70 gives me the right to critique a product.
Facts.
And Mark responds with this really weird comment that says, watch the video, dislike something, express that dislike to the studio, but why are you crawling into someone's personal social media feed? If you need a human, look at the first few names in the credits. We can then see a user questioning how Mark knows that person is even doing it.
How do you even know that the first few names?
What you mean the video? Even I look at my comments too. Because sometimes someone tells me something on there that's like, I'm just generally curious. I'm just like, I fucking look at the comments. Like the one, the Smug Alana one. They're like, you took out the Smug Alana intro? Yes, I fucking did. I just wanted to see how many of you guys would respond to that. My social experiment worked. You guys got played. Mic drop. Actually, I'm not going to drop the mic. It's fucking expensive.
Names in the credits are the ones that are responsible either. In
like,
a lot of cases, the game director is even somebody who's beholden. Like, they're not at the top of the company either. Like, there's probably 3 people that are above, or probably 2 people that are above them. There's the CEO, and then there's the board of directors, if it's a publicly traded company, that are really telling the CEO what to do. So that doesn't even make sense.
So wait, what is the purpose of a CEO?
To which someone else points out that he really doesn't. Yeah. As it turns out, that comment that Mark left is one that he's been copy-pasting all over the comment section. I find this particularly amusing because he tries to say to act like a human being in his video. Yeah. But he comes off like some kind of robot. Like,
bro,
it comes off very fake. And then he's just copy-pasting.
Of course it's a robot because he's saying the same thing like a robot would.
Oh my God, what did he put a spot on there?
This guy should take his own advice. Like, bro, try and act like a human instead of a bot. Oh, look, here's a comment he left that's actually not just a copy-paste. This user says, you have never once called out your colleagues for their cruelty. And Mark...
Exactly. See, this is why people don't believe this, and this is why they hate people like this.
The fact that he said nope, I'm like, oh my God, it's not a bot. Holy shit.
You know, these different developers and these people that work in the games industry.
Fucking miracle.
That constantly, non-fucking stop, make negative comments, derogatory comments towards either content creators, gamers as a whole, or groups of people, and they never get called out by their by their coworkers or
And they need
even
to.
by other people in the industry.
They need to.
And this is a massive issue. Like, for example, in streaming,
gonna be going down
if
with that
somebody
shit.
says something bad, a lot of people will call it out and say, hey, this is bad. In a lot of other industries, it's the exact same thing. But the problem is that if you don't hold your own people accountable, then how can you expect to hold other people accountable?
Facts.
It's not fair.
I mean, and that's something everyone should know.
So how can anybody respect this mindset if you're not even doing it yourself?
Yeah. And chat, remember that thing that I told you, like what Grandpa Lion said with, treat others how you wish to be treated. And then my verse of it is treat others how you wish to be treated. You treat someone like shit, that gives them the right to treat you like shit. Well, I mean, you know what I mean. Like if they treat you like shit, you. Oh my God, I can't even get my words right. You know what I'm trying to say? If they treat you like shit, that gives that person who is getting treated like shit the right to treat that person like shit right back. That is what's going on. Grandpa Lion is 100% honest with that right there. He is and it's fucking true. And that's just common sense. If you're going to be very respectful and very polite, then you're like, okay, I have to be very respectful and polite too, because like I don't want to seem like rude or anything like that. It's just called common courtesy right there. Something that a lot of people tend to forget about in a lot of industries nowadays. Actually, in a lot of communities too, from these. Well, I mean, I guess the industry is more of a whole right there for that right there, since it's just not like utilizing just like individual ones because different games, different communities. But yeah, no, they completely forgot what that meant.
This is what I was saying before about the selective performative empathy. This is exactly it right here. What about the very first Twitch chatter you had? What was his accountability for the awful thing he said and left? I stopped streaming. I was done. Yeah, that's it. Checks and balances with your friends. Streamers do that. Also waiting on future collabs. It's selective. Yeah, of course it is going to be selective.
I'll be honest
with you.
I
try to be fair with everybody.
And
forgetful. With people that... And I think if Mark would just come out and say, hey, professionally, I don't want to say that because I'm in the industry and it would make me look bad professionally. That would be fine for him to say that. But for you to just discount this entirely and not even call it out, I don't think that's really the case. And also, if you're in an industry that calling out a person who is saying things that are racist, inflammatory, or problematic, if this will hurt you in that industry, don't expect other people to have respect for the industry.
Yeah. Again, as I said.
Nope. Yeah, it's not a copy paste, but it's still definitely not helping his case.
Yep.
This user says, studios attack the gamers. Gamers retaliate. Studios shock Pikachu face. Oh. And Mark Dara,
Control C, Control V.
Bro, back with this copy paste nonsense. We can see another example of that right here, where this person says, quote unquote, don't ask questions, just consume product and wait for next product. And there's Mark's typical copy paste response. There's plenty more examples of him doing.
This is the exact issue he's kind of saying, is that people are criticizing his approach to the video, and they're talking about a meta level issue with his video, and he's only talking about what the video is talking about and trying to reassert the same point of view. So I think this is actually a really good example of how this happens.
But I'm sure you get the point. Interestingly enough, this comment reads, you know what, credit where credit's due. The comment section is not turned off. And Mark says, not yet.
Not yet.
All this goes back to what I said earlier about how I don't think this guy genuinely does care about the industry. He seems intent on defending certain people.
Well, he cares about people in the industry. Like, he probably has friends or people that he's, close with or something like that. And he cares about them, and so he's trying to defend them, and he's trying to defend retroactively his own bad decisions.
Again, idea. What if we attack everybody from the game industry?
He supported and consulted and promoted
until one of them
the
does something different. And okay, well, we can get rid of that.
Instead of whenever I said avowed, I liked avowed. I thought it was pretty decent.
Hang on. I got my words mixed up. Say they have probably 7 or 8 people that are friends and are defending them. And there's 2 people they don't like, and those guys also don't like them. Just treat the others like shit, except those 2, and give those 2 people $50. Everybody right there would dislike that 100% from their studio. Be like, you got money? from just being you and being nice. Like, yeah, man. Shut the fuck up, Steve. It's just I know what I was talking about, but you just asked me for about the $50. Shut the fuck up, man. We're trying to do something important here. Get the fuck out of here. Go back in your fucking studio. And then he just goes into the janitor's closet with the computer right there next to the janitor's mop and stuff. Because they don't like them. I know there has to be some of them in there that they don't like 100%. They have to be in there. Those are the people that we gotta be like, give those people promotions. Not the people who are, they're defending them. We gotta do that. I know we're just attacking people left and right though, but I'm like, no, we gotta purposely do that. I want to see how angry they'll get. Curiosity. See, like, cats can be assholes, chat. I'm very curious assholes at that. I live up to that. Mainly for the reason is because I'm a Leo, and I was I'm the year of the tiger, so I'm a double cat. Which again, I'm not good at math. I would assume that if a double cat equals a dog, because like two negatives equal to positive kind of thing right there. Someone did say it actually just equals a bigger cat. I was like, oh, I mean, I guess that makes sense, but I don't know. Again, I don't know how that works.
And then other people said, no, it's really bad. Instead of just saying,
don't
wow,
stay in school, chat. Stay in school, chat.
Instead of that, he's doubling down
stay in school.
Like basically saying that everybody else is shitty.
From criticism,
you had a wrong
I think
opinion.
we all know that certain people probably
well,
are.
No, and also, like, this is my opinion about
I forgot I had my jug here.
After watching these comparisons, it is shocking to me how stark the comparison is between games that came out over 10 years ago and Avowed. And after seeing it, it does kind of make me enjoy the game less, but that doesn't take away
I'm actually curious. Games that came out 10 years ago. I'm just curious. That came out. I forgot what games came out 10 years ago. Games that came out 10 years ago, meaning in 2013. No, it's not. Oh, wait. I mean, yeah. We'll go to The Last of Us. Full version, by the way. GTA 5. The 5th. Okay, I'm not going to say it. BioShock Infinite. Never played that one, but people said that one's good. Tomb Raider. People said that one. Rayman Legends. Castlevania, Lords of Shadow 2. Diablo 3, Forza Motorsport 5, The Witcher 2, Assassins of Kings Enhanced Edition. What the fuck? I didn't even know they actually had a Witcher 2 Enhanced Edition with that right there. Dishonored, Metro Last Light. I remember that one. Batman Arkham Origins, and Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag. And then these are the ones that came out from 2015. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, Fallout 4, Honor of Kings, Mortal Kombat X. I got my ass handed to me that year. I hated it. Did not recommend it. I died. Legends of K. Okay. Oh man, I think they have it right here too. The Legend of Zelda. Oh, I think that's the one with the reverse one. Oh yeah, I think that's what the. Yeah, but like you look at the games there. I mean, and then they were like, "Oh, dude, those games look so good." And then you look at the games now, you're just like, "Eh." I just wanted to throw that right there since he was saying that. Like you look at like some of those games right there, 2013 games are fucking fire.
In fact, I did enjoy playing the game. I had fun playing the game. Now, if you, and this is what I've always said,
I'm gonna pirate
if you want
Last
to
of
be a
Us.
dick eater,
Come on.
eat as many dicks as you want. Just don't ever tell me it's a hot dog.
What?
That's fine. And that was the correction. I
What did
didn't
you say?
correct it. I'm not correcting and saying that I'm not a dick eater.
What?
I'm correcting and I'm saying I'm not a hot dog eater. Does that make sense?
Or he eating the dick? What?
Yeah, of course it does.
Because even just taking a look at his video and his actions
I
in the
heard
comment
hot dogs
section,
and that,
he's
and
only
I'm
giving
like,
gamers
what?
even more reasons to despise the AAA
Just
industry.
make you gay.
Lastly, let's take a look at this exchange where a user says, I guess devs can be cruel for years, and the second
Like,
it happens
what?
back to them, the gamers are the bad guys, and the
No,
devs
like
are all
I'm pretty
of a
sure
sudden the victim.
if you ate the hot dog,
Right.
fucking
Mark says,
pretty
ideally
fucking
we would see
weird. I mean,
decorum
you have
from
to look a bit
everyone,
weird, like,
but people
full
point out
eyebrows on
how
that.
he doesn't seem to really stand by that
Or
at
people
all.
with
Yeah,
raising
because
their
you're not
eyebrows, I
calling them
mean.
out. Whenever you only call out one group of people, then everybody thinks that you're biased. And I think that, like, I can even use myself as an example for that. Now,
Oh, God.
It's been no surprise that I've covered a lot more political topics recently, and in the process of doing that, I've shared a lot of political opinions. Now, I agree with what I'd say, like, 80 to 90% of Trump is doing. Like, I'm very positive towards, like, the actions he's taken. I think that, like, you know,
Chat where I
illegal
work, a lot of us don't.
immigration, the, like, trans sports thing, there's a lot
that
of
one
things
I'm
that I
you know,
tremendously agree.
You know, that one does make sense because, you know, chat where I work, medically wise, on that field. Yeah. It's you know, like if they do that transition and they were a guy, like, dude, they're like there's gonna be some sports that they're gonna excel in compared to a female. Like it like I'm not trying to be mean on that, but that's just like normal biology right there. Like like, hey, if you're going, don't get mad at us. Like that, fucking know that shit right there. All that medical stuff wise, but like, blame fucking biology. Blame blame the universe. That's and I'm making things how they are because like that's been proven. I'm just saying right there. Like it's just like it gives an unfair advantage. Like I'm just saying. Now, if they make a trans team going against another trans team, then that you know then in a way that kind of cancels out because you know it's but like, yeah no like not putting them all in like a female team and being in a female team that they were originally male but transition over to females is like they're going to excel in those fields right there. That's just how it fucking is, man. I'm just saying. The biology right there. It's the stuff from the fucking universe that fucking made us. Get angry at the universe, not us.
Agree with, and I'm very positive about. But the difference is that people criticize me and they say that, oh, well, but you didn't say this about this thing, or you didn't talk about this thing or that thing or whatever. But the difference between me and Mark is that when somebody responds to me when they say that, I can play them a clip of me saying that. Mark doesn't have any of those clips because he's providing one-sided coverage and he's being biased. That's the reason why. So, like, for me, I do provide primarily positive coverage because I agree primarily positively with it. But with him, it's that he's providing one-sided coverage and he's overlooking obvious problems.
The next response
Super
saying,
biased.
that was of no priority to you in this video. And indeed,
course.
he never mentioned that at all. Instead, he was trying to frame all the critiques from gamers as attacks and unjust complaining, and mentioning nothing of the awful behavior we've seen from numerous devs in the industry. The next response reads, people didn't when it was one-sided for the last decade. Too late to do a 180 and say people should now, when the other side has the upper hand. Western AAA games have been terrible for value for the longest time, and there's no reason to buy them over indie or Eastern developed games. And then this response says, so where's your video about game dev cruelty, Mark? Where's your article about that? What a snake. It's much more cruel to be an executive producer who pushes for or allows all the elements that were guaranteed to get everyone working under you laid off. Hey, that's kind of...
This is actually a really good point. It's the selfishness of empathy and the selfishness of indulgence at a leadership level. And it's something that needs to be discussed a lot more. And I wish it was, but unfortunately it's not.
Yep.
So one of the things that happens a lot is that a lot of people that are in leadership roles, what they end up doing is they defend and they allow things that are problematic because they think that it's for the better good, right? They're doing the right thing. And sometimes when you do the right thing, you end up betraying the people that put their confidence in you in the first place. And so I see a lot of cases where people who have a leadership position put their own morals and their own virtue signaling ahead of the best interests of the people that have put their trust in them. And I think it's one of the biggest types of betrayals that a person in a leadership position can have. And I think it happens a lot with video games. It happens with movies. And I think it happens
with a lot of stuff that people grew up with. movies, video games, anything that gave you happiness in your youth. Good luck with that. I honestly do see that a lot.
Happens like it happens with everything, right? Doing the right thing. Like, yeah, well, I'm gonna do the right thing, and sometimes doing the quote right thing ends up hurting the people that trusted you. And I understand that like this is sometimes a trolley problem, but a good leader knows which lever to pull.
True.
And that's it. And sometimes you have to pull a lever. And the issue is that a lot of people are unwilling to do that, and their unwillingness to do that makes them weak leaders.
I honestly feel like that though. If they don't pull the lever, it's like pull the lever, no balls, and then chat's gonna be like, Sin, you can't say that. Oh shit. What the fuck do I say? I don't know, just not that. You won't do it. Because you're a fish. Is that better? You're like, 50-50. I don't know. I still want to say no balls, though. I honestly feel like that kind of gets the point across a little bit more, but, you know, they'll get offended. But it's like, you know, I'm not trying to offend them even more. On top of, you know, they're going to get offended on top of that. It's going to be a double offend. I don't want them to go too rabid, though, you know. You got to have just a level of angry, but not too angry. But they get too angry, then, okay, actually, I'm not going to say that, but yeah.
Similar to what I mentioned earlier.
Be accountable
like
and selfish.
But continuing, the user says, the team's well-being was your responsibility as far as game production goes. Unless you're telling me that EA was pushing all those undesirable elements and you liked the policy,
I hate that.
but you probably weren't even one to rein your more belligerent coworkers in.
No,
let
I'd
alone
make everyone
keep their
mad.
sales-killing agendas out of the product. Know what? I'll read
Chat,
one more comment right here.
hang on.
This one that says, realistically, we see attacks from devs. You need to get comfortable with the fact that you're not a victim. All in all, I think the people in the responses did a great job.
Developers can be victims in a lot of cases, and I would stand and support them whenever they are, but being disagreed with publicly after making public statements is not being a victim. The only victim you are the only person who's victimizing you is yourself. You're a victim of your own stupidity.
That is 100% what they always fucking do. Everyone knows that.
You can make comments in a public space and not have other people respond and disagree with them.
And they get offended because they just spoke the truth every time we say that shit. I even go get more shit from them because,
once
you know,
again, let me know what you think about all of this stuff in the comments here. And if you enjoyed my coverage, please consider liking and or subscribing. Appreciate ya. Have a great weekend ahead, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yep. I'm so glad to see this happen. I'm so glad to see people calling this out. Self-delusion morals. What's an example of a dev being a victim? An example of a dev being a victim.
So this super...
I don't know. I'd really have to think about it.
We'll be honest with you, that one shadow did say that right there on his side, that with the victim and all that. Unfortunately, you're not going to like the answer to that one. All of them. There's a lot of them. There is so fucking many. The thing is, I don't know most of their names because there's so fucking many of them. It's like, Sin, do you know what color blue the pencil is in the blue pencil rack that we have right there that I was using last time? Brother, they're all fucking blue. How do I fucking know which one you grabbed? They're all the same blue. You're telling me, no, it has like a slight bit of a tint in the blah 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 blah, and you know, you're just doing all that like art stuff right there, and I'm just like, you fucking get it then. But dude, it's like they all do it. They all fucking do it. There's like not one that avoids that kind of shit. Oh, I thought someone actually copy and pasted that right there. I actually thought that. I just saw this. I thought someone copy and pasted that. I was like, oh my god, they did not. They did. I'm like, no, I was like, oh no, they didn't. That would have been funny if they did. Damn, I actually would have been laughing if they actually did do that. But yeah, I was gonna say, you know what we should do? Hang on. Also, we got that right there. Oh my god, it's 8 feet. What the fuck, man? Actually, hang on. I was gonna do it. Hang on. I'm gonna do this right now. We get this. What to? Chat, I can't spell riled. Oh. Chat's just like. Yeah, hang on. It's like, here are 2 layers that get people more riled up than anything. EA. I'm not fucking wrong. Oh, come on, bro. Not fucking wrong. I'm not wrong. Also, hi, Platalia. Hey, look, that was, look, I don't know what you're talking about. Was it this? The Vel... Dude, that is just the Vey virus right there. I'm sorry. That is the Vey virus. They do that. Also, hi, Platalia. How are you? But it's true, though. That's one thing that'll get people more upset than anything. They'll be like, EA, evil! I'm not wrong. I scroll through the feed and I see you're looking at feed pics. No, I'm not. That dude, that is just Vey virus right there doing that crazy stuff. Okay, that one. Okay, that one. That one was okay. That one you got me on right there. Ah. Well, to be fair, Platadia, people are upset over, like, you know, people looking fucking cool, or people looking very beautiful, and they don't like anime, and I'm right here just like, I'm just gonna do this, and I'm actually debating on doing this right now. I'm just out of curiosity, because, you know, like, us catos tend to be like curious little creatures, but also assholes at the same time, and I'm right here just like, what if I decide to do like a review of anime titles on stream, and then do the guy stuff, like, you know, and then rate how cool, like, male protagonists look while badass outfits, just like always. What you're saying that what you're not going to come in here and see that? You're going to be like, and then judge me for, like, oh, the titulars are too big. I'll give it a 7. Bikini on them, 2. I remind you of the last DMs. No. No.
This is Gorilla Mode, and this is our pre-workout.
Yeah, I don't want my ads.
My mind that I'm not seeing things, because from my perspective.
Oh, wait, no, we already watched this one. Oh, wait, hang on, there's a new one. This one's about Overwatch. Oh shit, hang on, this one we gotta watch. I know what. Destiny right now, just screaming.
Picture this. It's 2016. Damn,
2016. The years that were pre-COVID. I yearn for those days. Anyway.
Video game developer Blizzard has just released their first brand new IP since 1998. A company known for their groundbreaking games that alter the very fabric of the industry. They've changed MMOs with World of Warcraft, real-time strategies with StarCraft, action RPGs with Diablo, and now it was time for them to try their hand at a brand new genre, the first-person shooter. For this game, they would look.
And to be honest with you, people only know this game for the reasons that you don't want to know. What? I'm not wrong. I'm not fucking wrong. Like, a lot of people know this game, but not for the reasons that you guys know. You know, I really shouldn't be saying that because Plataria's in here, but I'm not wrong.
Outside of their wheelhouse
I'm
to
not
try
wrong, I'm just
something
saying.
unique, something that they could make that utilizes their strength as a studio, something accessible and easy to play with mountains of depth hiding beneath the surface like all of their other games. Looking internally at other Activision studios like Infinity Ward and Treyarch, they would capture what makes Call of Duty so compelling: the addictive moment-to-moment gameplay, the sound design that makes every shot fired and every point scored feel like a rush. They would look outward into the market to see what other shooters are doing well. The game couldn't just be another deathmatch shooter. There are already so many of those out there. What could Blizzard do to utilize their fantastic art department known for creating some of the most iconic characters in gaming? What could they look to for inspiration to make an eclectic cast of interesting characters?
But hey, look, some of you guys are going to be like, Sin, stop being horny. I mean, I'm not fucking wrong. I'm not fucking wrong, guys. You add in like 4K anime titles of bouncing on the trailer and then, you know, profit. There you go. That is the hack right there. You're fucking welcome. I am going to probably receive a Nobel Peace Prize for figuring it out. That titles are the problems, the solver of all problems. There you go.
Characters, all with their own unique play styles.
Like, no,
I mean,
Sin.
the answer couldn't be any more obvious. With influences from Call of Duty, Team Fortress 2, and a little bit of old school arena shooters like Quake and Half-Life for good measure, Overwatch was born, and it's still alive.
You know, I know the Team Fortress 2, not from the one that you know, but like from that funny video that we watched. From the Heavy. Oh my god. Oh god, I fucking hate that.
8 years later, living a happy, healthy life. Except that's not entirely true. If you've been a frequent internet connoisseur over the past few years, there's no doubt you've heard of the term "inshitification" before. Merriam-Webster defines the term as, quote, the degradation in the quality and experience of online platforms over time due to an increase in advertisements, costs, or features, end quote. It's a term that gets used more and more often these days as services become more and more unsustainable in today's current climate. And it has happened to Overwatch as well. Overwatch used to be a really fantastic 6v6 hero shooter with engaging gameplay. But over time, Blizzard kept introducing these small, seemingly innocuous updates that would change the balance of the game. Things deemed too powerful were removed. Characters had their entire kits updated or changed. A role queue was made mandatory in order to ensure the quality of a match. And then the game was balanced around that. These updates would just keep coming until eventually they made the promise of a fully fledged PvE mode that would come with Overwatch 2. A product that is not a sequel, but an update that took away more than it added. An update that would both cut the promised PvE mode and reduce team sizes to 5 instead of 6 in order to more finely tune the balance of the game.
Right.
Every update to Overwatch would come to inshitify the game a little more with every passing update.
I hate that.
Loot boxes to earn free cosmetics for your characters are gone. Now you can only buy things via an in-game shop or through premium currency you earn from the battle pass and weekly missions. And now skins cost a minimum of $10, which, let's be real, is a complete scam when I've been earning them for years playing Overwatch 1. They removed the fun and chaotic nature of the game in an attempt to justify the 2 at the end of the title and as a way to generate profit from a game that was deemed too player friendly. Overwatch wasn't Overwatch anymore, all because it didn't make enough money. And now, Overwatch as I know it today is not the same Overwatch I fell in love with. It is a shambling, reanimated corpse masquerading as something it just isn't anymore. After watching the recent Overwatch Spotlight that released last week, I couldn't be any more certain in that assessment. For the past 2 years, Blizzard has been actively working on Overwatch 2, a game that was sold to players under false pretenses. And only
Ooh, I
just
hate when they do
now
that.
are the developers getting back into the driver's seat and saying that they're actually doing the work to justify that 2 at the end. But these updates aren't even for Overwatch anymore. With Season 15, Blizzard is introducing a perk system to the game that allows players to level up during matches, giving them access to new sets of abilities as well as ones that used to be in the game. And now they're finally going deep into the character building aspect that was supposed to be in the game at launch, where players could level up their characters and equip them with new abilities. But now it's being sold to players as this brand new PvP Counter-Strike mode with currency, a shopping phase, and upgrade mechanics that make it unrecognizable to what it used to be. Loot boxes are making a return. Overwatch Classic is making a comeback where you can play during specific metas. And guys, they're finally adding back ranked portraits. Everything
Really?
old is new again. Everything old is new again, and again, and again, and again, and it's never ending. Every time I look at Overwatch, I feel like I'm in a fucking asylum full of dementia-ridden old people that can do nothing but repeat the same mistakes over and over again like a fucking broken record. It's ridiculous.
God.
Every time they take a step forward, they make 7 steps back, and they are only just now trying to rectify their own mistakes. Why people stick around only to be whipped and gaslit by a developer who thinks you can play the old version of the game as a treat need a reality check. It's embarrassing.
As a
But
treat. What
enough
the
about
hell?
Overwatch for a second. If you want an Overwatch sucks and was better 8 years ago kind of video, I'm sure there are plenty of those out there. But this isn't that video. See, I think it's a lot more interesting to talk about the new up-and-comer to the hero shooter space, which is Marvel Rivals. I've been
my
playing
gosh,
Marvel
Galactica.
Rivals a
Oh my
lot
God.
recently,
Ooh,
and I really wanted to talk
ooh.
about it. Overwatch has been
Ooh.
on the decline over these past few years because it's a game that keeps ruining itself.
Wow.
And here comes this unassuming Marvel team shooter from
Wolverine.
NetEase, taking everything that Blizzard built, sometimes even wholesale, and capitalizing on the failures that Blizzard keep making. And they have free reign to do so because Overwatch simply isn't the game it used to be in 2016. It has changed, metamorphosized into something unrecognizable. Overwatch today is not the game I fell in love with. And now, Marvel Rivals has come to fill that gaping hole in my heart that Overwatch left behind so many years ago. This is a video
Bro
about
does not
why
have that much
Marvel
explosions
Rivals
with an
never
air
needed
horn.
to beat Overwatch
They call
because
that cap.
Overwatch committed the gargantuan task of defeating itself. So if you like long-form discussion
Also, I
videos
don't
like
think
this
you
and
can
want to
do
see
that.
more in the future,
God,
be
I
sure to
wish
like
we
and
could.
subscribe down below for more. Now let's take a look at what makes Marvel Rivals so important in today's
character
gaming
design,
space.
sexy character
See,
design.
Marvel Rivals seemingly
Goddamn.
came out of nowhere
See, when
in
you play
December of
Black Widow,
2024,
you're certified
and
gonna
it
fucking
blew
lose.
up. And when I mean blew up, I mean blew up.
It's a good
On
thing
Steam
I did not
alone,
have
it
eye tracker on,
attracted
'cause chat
over
would be like, "Son, what are you
600,000
looking at?"
players in its first month, and is still maintaining a solid
Oh,
quarter
wow.
million players even a few months later. Usually, live service shooters fall off slowly but surely after launch and kind of peter out after a few months. But since release, Marvel Rivals has held strong to its quarter million player mark since its release in December. Sure, it hasn't been a long time since release, but the gaming world moves fast today. If a game doesn't have the sauce it needs to sustain, it would
Damn,
have
and they do
died
have
by
the
now.
sauce,
But
chat.
Marvel Rivals is
They have
holding
the
incredibly
fucking
strong
sauce.
despite its relative newness. It requires mentioning that Overwatch would not have taken off if not for Blizzard's value as a developer and Activision's massive investment in the game as a live service. The same can also be said of Marvel Rivals. If you launch a hero shooter in today's gaming world, you need to make extra damn sure that it has a cast of characters that people can latch onto. Characters with unique abilities that are fun to use, and gameplay that people will come back to for years to come. Many of these games have come and gone over the past 8 years. Quake Champions, Battleborn, Lawbreakers, Concord, all valiant attempts to break into the hero shooter market, but none of them
Sorry,
really
that
had the
scared me.
staying power that Marvel does.
Oh my
Marvel
gosh,
today
Iron
is
Man.
a worldwide phenomenon despite the movies continuing to slack recently. But the characters in these films still hold a
There
lot
was
of
one
weight
when they
outside
showed
of the
their- I
movies
literally
because
had a
of their
panic
deep,
attack.
rich history in comics. Let's be honest here. Marvel Rivals would not have gotten off the ground and into so many people's hands without the Marvel branding. It is essential to the game's success at this point. The Marvel wrapper is required, but the 6v6 gameplay is what is getting people to stay in the long term. A lot of that has to do with how enticing the gameplay formula is. It's a formula that requires very little changes, so NetEase copied Blizzard's homework pretty much to a T. From a cursory glance, it looked like the only real changes Marvel Rivals made to the 6v6 hero shooter formula Blizzard established in 2016 was that it was now third person and it had destructible environments. To be frank, when I first saw Marvel Rivals, it looked like an incredibly uninspired copycat, so I chose to ignore it. I didn't want to play it. I was jaded, disillusioned with the hero shooter. Being burned by Overwatch time and time again, I just couldn't see myself liking it, so I rejected it for my own sanity. But my friends kept poking and prodding for me to play. This clearly wasn't some flavor of the month fad. So, despite my better judgment, I decided to install it. And after a microsecond of pressing that find match button,
straight up me.
Something happened to me.
Oh no! Okay, the game was like Destiny 2 Destiny Trials of Osiris. I was just like, what the fuck? It's just like Destiny when I loved it.
It felt like
the first
coming
time.
home
and it wasn't
to a
shit,
simpler
and then dropped
time
the pen and all that
when
stuff.
things weren't micro-balanced around the top 1% of players, when roll queue was gone, when you could just boot up the game, find a match, and get gaming within seconds. No more priority queue for picking support or tanks because no one else wanted to play them. Just press the button and go. Sure, it means that not every match is going to be this heavily curated back and forth between equally skilled players, but sometimes I just want to open a game and get playing, you know? And Marvel Rivals does just that. The best part is that it didn't just feel like Overwatch 1, but it felt like a true improvement of what the 6v6 team-based formula could be. It takes what Overwatch 1 did well when it launched and adds upon that addictive gameplay in new and fun ways that give the game some flavor. 6v6 is deeply important to the roots of the hero shooter formula. Now that we've had time away from it with Overwatch 2, I can't help but miss it more and more with every passing day. 6-player teams just feels right to me. It actually feels like a team of players grouping up to take down the enemy. When it's 5 people, it just feels empty by comparison. 6 players means abilities are flying off every which way. It can be hard to understand what's going on because fights happen so much quicker. Attacks are lethal, and time to kill feels much faster than it does in other contemporary shooters. In order to make Rivals feel like the original Overwatch, capturing that feeling of being in a wild and full battlefield could only really be accomplished by going with 6v6, which also feels much more on brand to Marvel. It's a franchise all about teaming up to conquer the larger threat, and 6 characters fighting on both sides, dealing out massive destruction to both the players and the environment are vital parts to feeling like a superhero. And the game nails everything about that power fantasy. Not only that, but it recaptures that feeling of intense, visceral madness that would happen in Overwatch 1, where every team fight feels like a scrap. Ultimates are flying off, projectiles are fired non-stop. You're constantly trying to get a bearing on your surroundings while trying to capture the point. And I've missed this so much. You can't get this feeling in any other game. Is it balanced? Of course not, but neither was Overwatch when it launched. Having the ability for a team to pick whatever character they want and not being forced into a role is deeply important to the foundation of the hero shooter, but it can lead to some deeply unbalanced matches. You're going to have a guy that only wants to play Psylocke because he bought the Vampire Nurse Gunnar skin, like yours truly, and you really need a tank, but no one will switch off. But I would much prefer it this way if I'm being completely honest with you. When I load into a match of Marvel Rivals, I want to play what I want. Sure, I want to win, but my main objective is to just have a good time. And every time I play, I always have a good time, even when I lose. Matches don't overstay their welcome, and the game feels much more casual as a result of the lack of enforcing rules. Every time I load in, I get the vibe check, I pick a character I enjoy playing or try a new one, and I lock in. And if it's not quite working out, I swap. It's as simple as that. If you treat the game with the same type of tension you would a Counter-Strike game, you're missing the point entirely. Marvel Rivals isn't supposed to be a hardcore PvP shooter, it's more like a Halo match. You shoot the shit, you kill the enemy, and you play King of the Hill or Payload. It's not that deep. And that's what I love about it. That casual nature is what was lost when Overwatch swapped to 5v5. It made the game much more try-hard. If one person wasn't carrying their weight as their role, player and team morale would crumble. People would start pointing fingers, even in a quick play match. Because when you queue for a role you want to play, or are forced to play, you are expected to play that role well. And if you aren't doing that, you are going to get berated for it. Now, I don't speak for everyone here when I talk about Overwatch, of course. Some people prefer the 5v5 structure, and others prefer 6v6. 5v5 has the benefit of adding more structure to the experience, but that is not what drew me to the game in the first place. What drew me in was the casual 6v6 team format with just an added hair of competitiveness. Each player is expected to do something, but the onus for playing poorly is less concentrated on a single player and shared more broadly. And that is present here in Marvel Rivals. And when there are no required roles or limits other than one of each character per team, it becomes more of a free-for-all for everyone. Teams have a way of balancing themselves out eventually, and I think it's because of how fun all of the characters are to play. Well, mostly, but we'll get into that. It can be a little overwhelming when you see a character roster as large as Marvel Rivals if you don't have any experience with hero shooters. But thankfully, I came in with pre-existing knowledge from Overwatch, so once I got my hands on a few characters and put an hour in, it was like riding a bike. Remember earlier when I mentioned that character abilities are lifted wholesale from Overwatch? That wasn't a simple exaggeration. Many abilities in Marvel Rivals are just straight up bar for bar replications, but what it does differently is use the existing framework of these Marvel heroes to mix and match abilities freely while giving them their own flavor from a lore perspective. Let's take a look at Star-Lord, for example, our resident Tracer clone. Star-Lord has Tracer's pulse pistols, small, rapid-fire weapons that shoot in a scatter shot that work best in close range. They also share a blink dash, helping them get out of trouble easier. And keeping with Tracer's annoying maneuverability, he also gets the added ability to fly for a short duration, allowing him to function more like a bug that gets into places you don't want him to be. However, that is where the similarities end. While Star-Lord gets Tracer's pistols and blink, her recall ability is instead given to Psylocke and Black Panther as a team-up ability with magic.
I hate that.
So you can see bits and pieces of the Overwatch ability roster tastefully spread across the entirety of the Marvel Rivals cast in a way that makes it very easy to digest for players that are familiar with either game, like how a Dota player would be familiar jumping into a League game, for instance. There are analogs, but not exact copies. Now, this can have the downside of character kits feeling more or less homogenous. Many characters share very similar playstyles to each other, and roles feel less defined than they would in Overwatch, for example. Roles in Rivals are much more fluid, which I think works to its advantage. Every role in Rivals plays like a DPS and has a very damaging primary attack, so tanks and healers can hit just as hard as any DPS could. The trade-off is that DPS rely more on getting into enemy backlines and into positions that let them secure kills easier. DPS can fly, jump high, become invulnerable for short periods, all to make them survive a little longer and to make them harder to hit. Healers are definitely very strong in the current iteration of Marvel Rivals. It doesn't feel like I'm forced to eat my veggies when I'm playing healer because they can both deal damage and heal at the same time. It's like if you took DPS Moira and made every healer that capable, which seems to solve the problem of people not wanting to play healers all that much. Turns out, all you have to do is let the healer hit and heal like a dump truck at the same time. Who knew? My only real complaint with character roles is the tank role. Playing tanks in Rivals it's weird. Every time I play a tank in Rivals, I can never seem to find the pulse of the role, and I think it has to do with just how little their role seems to matter in the greater scheme of things. Tank characters in Rivals still block damage with shields and massive health pools, but what they contribute to the fight feels very minimal compared to a healer or DPS. You can see that they block absurd amounts of damage with walls and temporary bubble shields, but they don't hold a front line like an Overwatch tank would, at least in my personal experience. They're not super imposing, but they're not pushovers either. I loved playing tanks in Overwatch because it felt like I was the front line. I was a hardcore Winston main back in the day because of how enjoyable his kit is. Jump in, Poke, get the healers, jump out, and take the eyes off the front line in order to push the objective. Hulk is probably the closest analog to that with his leap ability, but it requires a charge to get into the thick of things. Zarya was also a personal favorite of mine because of how reliable her bubble shields were as an off tank. I could defend the main tank, get some juice off of his shields, then poke enemies to death with the charged beam, and her Graviton Surge is just icing on the cake to her kit. I think it's like tanks in Overwatch have a minigame associated with them. With Zarya, you have to balance her shield charges to power up your attack. With Winston, you jump in, do a bubble weave, and then jump out once the bubble expires. Rinse and repeat. There doesn't feel like anything of the sort here. Once Rivals introduces a character with gameplay flow like that, you bet your sweet Bippy I'll be all over that. But as of right now, I just can't get the vibe. And going back to team-ups that I mentioned earlier,
Bro, I remember that when he said that. One of my buddies said something like that with the Bippy in it. And he's like, "You bet your sweet Bippy I did." The only reason why is because he got that from like, what was it, like Ed and Eddie? I don't know how many of you guys remember that. And he's like, "Haha, you bet your sweet Bippy I did." I fucking hate because he always said that. I'm like, brother, why do you always say that? I don't know. Because I saw it from Ed and Eddie, and it just fucking goes well, dude. I'm like, chat, there's more context to that, and I don't want to say it, but let's just say he was looking at something, and he always says that, but he saw something, and then he posted something on it. It's just say it wasn't NSFW kind of thing, and then it's like, "You bet your sweet Bippy I do." It was like, I fucking hate that.
This is a feature unique to Rivals that I absolutely
what it was, I know Chet's gonna say
adore,
sauce.
both from a gameplay and a lore perspective. How it works is that when you pick a character, other players can choose another character that will hand out a passive buff to your chosen character. These abilities then give you a new passive or even a brand new active ability. One of my favorites is when Magneto teams up with Scarlet Witch, allowing him to channel chaos energy provided by his daughter to change his primary attack into a powerful short-range melee attack. Great for dealing with annoying hanger-on DPS characters or for hard pushing a group of enemies that are sitting on a point. Or there's the super cute team up that allows Groot to carry either Jeff the Shark or Rocket Raccoon on his shoulders, providing them with damage resistance and the ability to shoot and use abilities freely at the expense of Groot deciding where they go. Not only is it awesome to have a reason to play two characters you think would work well in a team up like you might have thought about in your imagination, but there is also a gameplay incentive in doing so as characters get new abilities and power-ups as a result. This is one major advantage that Rivals has to Overwatch, and it's not even close. It just makes sense, and it's crazy to me that this is only just now a thing that has been introduced, and the fact that new team-ups will be added over time makes me even more excited to see how that system will be expanded and built upon over time. Marvel Rivals is definitely a much faster game than Overwatch, and it's because of a couple different reasons. Attacks hit harder and there is constantly a lot happening all at once, but I would say overall the maps are much smaller and more compact. This means characters make their rollouts much faster, and getting around maps feels much more efficient. Marvel Rivals characters are not just fast, but they're agile without feeling too heavy. I think this is to help sell the feeling of being in a universe filled with godly characters of immense strength. They barrel through everything without a second thought, and sometimes they just bust down walls in their way. It all helps to sell the feeling of being a souped-up freakazoid surrounded by other freakazoids. Some characters are even given the ability to just fly outright, which might feel really strong when you come from a game like Overwatch where characters like Pharah and Echo dominate the airspace, but it's not really a problem in Rivals because of the third-person perspective. Your view isn't limited to what's directly in front of you, but to what is all around you. You can see enemies above and below much easier without having to sacrifice your vision of the ground floor to look upward to shoot an aerial enemy, for instance. Maps are another huge...
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, playing the game, since we do play the game a lot. We'll be honest with you, people don't fucking see the guys at the top half the damn time until they're already getting shot at them and they already lost like more than half their HP and we're like, oh God, by the gods. No.
Huge part of hero shooters that can
Just saying.
Make or break a game. I will say that map design in Rivals doesn't quite hold a candle to the intricate maps of Overwatch. However, it does have the added benefit of maps having destructible environments and cover. Walls can be torn down, creating new vantage points or a new attack funnel for both sides to take advantage of. This easily makes up for the maps being somewhat standard in terms of assembly, because it means every encounter in an area can go a couple different ways depending on how the surroundings are altered. It means new escape routes, new viewports for DPS. It's a lot of variance and gives the maps a sort of liveliness you don't see in Overwatch. And some even change drastically in the middle of a fight, making them just as alive as the heroes you control. My favorite example of this is the Hydra King of the Hill map. One of the maps will lift and lower the capture point as the match progresses, altering who has the upper hand with the point. If a team has the point captured while it's lower, it gives the opposing side the higher ground, favoring AoE damage, and it funnels the winning team into a bad position. But if it's higher, it forces both teams to be on equal footing as they reach the apex of the staircase, unless you're an airborne character that can see more than your average ground fighter. And it also gives an advantage to the team that owns the point, allowing them to shoot downward towards the opposing team. It brings a type of dynamism that is sorely needed and kind of makes it feel like Smash Bros in a way. The added layer of casualness with maps changing on the fly is what helps the game feel more engaging from a moment-to-moment level. It helps each push not feel like a stalemate. My one big complaint with maps is that the game does not explicitly state what side you are when you load in. You have to get your context clues from the text on the screen and where you spawn in order to find out. So if they could just add a little attacking or defending line above the objective flavor text, I would be so thankful for that. It would help me stop screaming at my team when we load in each and every time to know what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. Now, I do have to mention that momentum is a huge factor in Marvel Rivals. I find that very often the team in the lead will stay in the lead just because they have the momentum to keep pushing. Respawn timers are short in Marvel Rivals, so it leads players to trickle in only to die again and again. Once a team is established on a point, it's difficult to get them off of said point with any abilities other than ults. To me, there is a very distinct lack of area denial characters that could really add something to the experience. Or maybe they're not present in the game currently because it would mean that matches would ultimately play slower. I can only speculate. Marvel Rivals is not perfect. Map variety is still very low at time of writing. There are only a handful of them, with the majority being repurposed to fit other modes, but it's a smart way to handle it and get content to the players quickly. As the game goes on, more maps will be added to spice up the gameplay, so that will be solved with time. And sure, character balance isn't fantastic from a higher level of players, but my ass is not here for the balancing. I'm literally just here for a good time. And I'm sure as shit having a good time. With more time, I'm sure I'll see some of the more fundamental issues with the game, but as of now, I couldn't be happier with how the game plays. It doesn't feel like a shield shooting sim like Overwatch devolved into, so I'll take what I can get at this point. But most of all, I think what sets Marvel Rivals apart from Overwatch at this point is that it's just fun. Overwatch hasn't been fun for me in a long time because of all the constant changes it has made to its fundamental gameplay formula. I know what I find fun won't be what everyone else finds fun, and not everyone will agree with what I have to say about Marvel Rivals, and that's totally chill. I came to Marvel Rivals to have a chill time with my buddies. I play Marvel Rivals to take me back to my days in college when all I was doing was flunking classes just so I could play more and more Overwatch. Games like this are
I want to go back to the days of my youth and have fun when I'm able to hit it. Okay, I'll be quiet.
just timeless. As long as you have a group, it will be fun no matter what. It will be a part of your gaming routine, not out of obligation, but out of enjoyment. And that's what makes Marvel Rivals so special. So I've gone through the goods and bads of Marvel Rivals. It's a great game. It's not perfect, of course, but the shortcomings are so easy to overlook when the rest of the game is this damn fun. We talked about how Marvel Rivals wipes the floor with Overwatch 2 in its current form, with its fast and fun combat, unique character rosters, and its willingness to embrace the chaotic nature of the 6v6 format. So now we get into the more meta part of the video. I want to talk about the philosophy that makes Marvel Rivals so different from Overwatch. And it all starts with expectations. When I bought Overwatch in 2016, I expected to have an enjoyable, 6v6 team shooter that I could play for the rest of time.
And let's just say some people found it enjoyable, just not for the way that you thought it was. Yeah, boy. Josh is like, sin. Okay.
Years later, I can firmly say that that is no longer the case. Everything that has happened to Overwatch has broken my expectations, and not in a good way. It has betrayed me with constant changes to the service that it provides. It's not the game I bought. It sold me a false bill of goods when they said Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2 would run concurrently, side by side.
They're gonna make an Overwatch
but they
3.
lied, which is why I don't play anymore. They have broken my trust. So why should I believe anything they have to say about the game now or in the future? I know firsthand what it feels like to be shit on again and again by Blizzard and their handling of Overwatch. They lied. They broke every expectation I had. So now I will never come back to it. When I boot up Marvel Rivals, I know what I'm getting into. At least for now. I really don't want to jinx it into becoming just another Overwatch 1 situation. But I have a hunch it won't happen because Marvel Rivals launched free to play with an extensive cash shop along with it, which I am all in favor of because it is purely cosmetic. NetEase said outright that all future playable characters and maps would be free. Every season pass added to the game will be permanent and available to access, meaning a person playing 4 years from now can log in and start earning rewards from the very first battle pass. This isn't the game swapping from being a paid entry and letting the players be able to earn skins just by playing, only to swap to a grindy, money-grubbing cash shop where these skins I earned are now labeled with an outrageously priced $10 price tag. Marvel Rivals hasn't broken my trust. It laid out all the ground rules, said, this is what I am, and I said, bet. And just like that, it worked for them. It worked big time. Players are staying and playing. They're making absurd amounts of content for the game. It's basically a renaissance for the 6v6 hero shooter, all because they were honest about the game they wanted to make. MCU. No hands were stepped on. No promises were broken. America. It was made, it was released, and it was good. Simple as that. Turns out you don't need to alienate your fan base to generate profits. You can just make a genuine service, a genuine game with passionate developers, and people will come to that. I was more than happy to pay for that Psylocke skin because I'm an adult. I have disposable income to spend. And it's hot. Yeah. I'm generally not a fan of microtransactions in general, but I was okay with this one. It will probably be the only amount of money I spend on the game in general, but if something does pop up that fancies my interest, I would have no qualms with buying anything for Rivals because at least it didn't boldface lie to me and shit in my shoes. What's really interesting is that I think the release of Marvel Rivals caused a bit of a stir over at Blizzard. They saw that all of their retired players had moved on and were scrambling desperately to pull them back in. Their downline was crumbling and the new kid on the block was to blame. It's like, my guy, you kicked those people out when you made the game something completely different. Why are you fighting so hard to get these people back? You already lied to them time and time again. Why would they come back? And with the Overwatch spotlight that I mentioned earlier, what I saw did not move me to go back in the least. It's funny. Blizzard will do anything to get people to play Overwatch, except make it the game that got people into it in the first place. Now the only thing Overwatch is good for is running mediocre skin collabs with other IPs and K-pop groups to sell more skins. Is the current state of Overwatch to be blamed on Blizzard themselves or Activision? I want to say Activision, but the fact that someone over at Blizzard thought that making a sequel to a game that wasn't a sequel and was actively a detriment to the game was a good idea makes my brain wander. There was a limited time event in Overwatch 2 where you could just play Overwatch Classic, which just saying that makes me want to gag. Overwatch Classic, bro. What a joke. A limited time mode that was only brought on for 3 weeks until it disappeared back into the Blizzard vaults, only to be brought back by popular demand. Yeah, right. These upcoming Season 15 changes, the limited time classic mode, the major updates that were showcased in the Overwatch Spotlight, it's all too little too late, man. You had your chance. You squandered it. And now you're just trying to make up for lost time because a huge market share that you neglected has abandoned you for greener pastures. Abandoned for a game that doesn't sell the player a false bill of goods. Abandoned for a game that actually listens to its player base instead of insisting time and time again.
You know what's crazy? Like, talking about that right there, you know, people complained, and this is from like the Marvel Rivals. People complained about the rank. I was like, oh my god, like, so you know how we had that like 1.5 update, which was the 1.5 season pass for that right there. So everything was going to get reset, like rank wise. And I believe that was the one. So like when the next one comes out, if you are whatever rank you are, you're going to stay that rank if you play 3 games. Like if it's like it's like something that they have from comp right there. That's what it is, like from Destiny 2. That's why I was like, oh, okay, that's good. Because if you're able to stay at your rank placement, you're able to stay exactly where you are for that season, and that's a good thing. Lola, did you just sneeze all over my leg? Gosh, my dog sneezed all over my leg. But yeah.
Again, that the developers know best from the game when clearly they don't. Or else they wouldn't be floundering to bring back everyone who left. Marvel Rivals and the people developing it know what's good, so they push forward, making something they like and something others would also like. It's hard not to see the amount of passion and creativity on display in the game, despite how much influence it takes from the king that once ruled the market. No one king rules forever, but in this instance, the crown doesn't go to the successor. The crown went to the one that earned it by being genuine and true to itself, the one that deserves to have it, and so the people rejoice. If the Steam charts number is anything to go by, 250,000 people are still enjoying the game a few months post-release. Truly a testament to how good the game is. And if you're going to tell me that people are only still playing because of the Marvel IP, tell that to the canned live service Avengers game. There is something here that people have been longing for, but it just took a game with a huge recognizable cast of characters for it to truly take off. In order to take on royalty, you have to already have an established name, and Marvel was the one for the job. Marvel Rivals is the king we needed in these troubling times. That's not to say that it will be a perfect king that will reign without issue, but what we have now, with the content cadence that has already been established, the game will only get better and better with time. Marvel Rivals deserves its own success, because it was never truly in competition with Overwatch. Overwatch gave up a long time ago, so there wasn't even anything to challenge. Blizzard and Activision lost sight of the original vision of Overwatch, a casual, friendly 6v6 team shooter. It left all of that behind to create Overwatch 2, The Search for More Money. It couldn't be any clearer what their goal of the game was at that point. I miss Overwatch. Or maybe I miss the idea of Overwatch. Not because of nostalgia, but because Overwatch 1 was this stupid, brilliant, and fun experience that no other game was able to replicate until now. It can't be replicated in its entirety because it was a game of its time, but Marvel Rivals sure does come damn close. No, it's not perfect, but it still has everything I need in order to feel what was lost. I still get that same vibe that I lost.
Hang on, because Doggo has to actually go to the bathroom too. So I'm gonna mute myself and be right back, and then we'll continue on with just like the few seconds that are left. So I'm just gonna mute my mic, and also my thought too. All right, there we go. I am back.
When Overwatch
Forgot, hang
1
on. Oh, yeah,
ceased
that's
to
where we were.
exist. It's hard to feel anything but skeptical in today's gaming landscape, but Marvel Rivals brings the fun back to the hero shooter while still actively building upon the formula in new and unique ways that helps it stand out in its own right. I know it won't last. Hell, it probably won't last long at all. But for now, I'm going to savor every last battle.
Damn.
But that's
Well, that's probably going to go to like that sponsor segment right there. So yeah, I'm very curious. Marvel Rivals Steam charts. Because I know by the time they had that, it was like already the weekend when people were getting ready to work. Oh, okay, went down. Oh, that was because I think there was like an update. Oh damn. Weekends tend to be high numbers, right? 308, 318. Season 1, second stage. Oh, I think that's when they had the update. And then that's like nighttime, I'm pretty sure. 11, yep. Yeah, no, it's like still fairly high. It's like right now 318, 374 all-time peak set, bro. And dude, it's crazy because I think more people are still coming in. Holy crap. Holy crap. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, so I can believe that right there. It's still a lot of people going on. To be fair, they like Overwatch, they really didn't do anything, and the fact that I know that it was stupid and I've never been a big Blizzard products kind of guy right there. But when I saw them do like they essentially did like what that the joke was from SpongeBob the movie, where it was like, Mr. Krabs, why did you make an identical Krusty Krab right next to the original? Money. It's essentially what they did with Overwatch. That's Overwatch and Overwatch 2. That it's the exact same product. Right next to each other. And it was just for the fucking money. That was it. That was the only fucking thing there was. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? But let's go into one of my most favorite segments right now, since we only had 2 videos to watch today, because I didn't actually see if there was any videos that was to be watched. And that right now, chat, is Meanwhile on the internet. Meanwhile on the internet. New rumor suggests that Pokemon Classic port collection is coming and is in the works. Contains generations 1 through 3, Pokemon Memories Red, Gold, Ruby, and Fire Red. Pokemon I can't even say that one right there, but that one has Blue, Silver, Sapphire, Leaf, and Green. The other is Yellow, Crystal, and Emerald for digital purchase. Home support and will supposedly be available on the March 13th release. And that is Pokemon Day, is what it is. And again, this is a rumor, so take it with the biggest grain of salt out there from this. If this is true, then this is probably like a massive W, and that is allegedly the rumor. Take it with a grain of salt, chat. Take it with a grain of salt, because goddamn, I really hope this is a thing. Meanwhile, on the internet, KFC is finally leaving Kentucky and coming to Texas. Now we're not supposed to call it Kentucky Fried Chicken. We're going to call it Texas Fried Chicken now. Yeah, Texas took another one from the state. Suck it. Also, someone told me that this looks like, why is there a stick figure on a guy right here? I cannot see that stick figure on a giant head. I cannot unsee the unseeness that I have foreseen. And now you can unsee that too. You're welcome for that. Meanwhile, on the internet, new posters for The Last of Us Season 2 are out, premiering on April 13th on HBO. And first ones were really good. As long as they didn't do anything from the reboot of like, what was it, fourth reboots of The Last of Us Part 1 and 2 now that they're on. Not joke. I'm not, I wish I was fucking joking about that. I'm not. Meanwhile, on the internet, Domino's Pizza is supposedly missing I guess like their pizza delivery driver. They missed this man. Those that you do not know, I feel like you should know. This is one of the main characters from the first integrations of the very first, that was it, 1, 2, and 3 Assassin's Creed games. Ubisoft getting thrown punches by Domino's Pizza from the UK. It's not good when a pizza delivery corporation is throwing shade onto a video game corporation. That's insane. Still waiting for that pizza that I ordered like 4 years ago. I'm assuming that it got lost somewhere. One day I will get that pepperoni pizza. One day. One day. Probably just not today. And there we go. That will be it for right now. Let's go. We did it. I gotta go to editing all this stuff. But that shall conclude for today, everybody. Thank you all so much for popping in with the Sinday Talk. If you happen to have anything that has popped up this week, make sure to go and join the Discord. It's free. Put it in the suggestion channel and I'll check it out. If you don't want to do that, and that's fine. But if you've seen something at all and you just happen to pop into this video, feel free to go into the comment section, say something, about, hey, so-and-so had a thing going on and it was freaking wild. Or something that's going on with like someone impersonating something on like, emails from YouTube or Twitch or, any kind of live service game that's kind of, or just any live service stuff in general that is like, popping off right now. Feel free to let me know again, like, but Discord is primarily, the source that I use to get this stuff. Makes it easier than on the YouTube comment section. But, if you happen to put it in there, which, is most appreciated, I'll check it out. And at least you're letting other people know at the same time. And now shall conclude it for today. Bye-bye. All right, there we go. And that goes as the video right there. Probably not going to rate anybody right now, chat, just because it's a little late. I was like trying to do this for 2 hours. But I was like, I was talking to Asmongold's like video right there, and that took a while. I didn't know it was like 30 fucking minutes right there. And Asmongold has a lot of thoughts. Same thing with Heya, but like the thoughts of the thinking of the thoughts we think that we thought that we usually don't think. Actually, no, we do think them. But I will see you guys on Mariner Monday. Also, the stream schedule will be up in actually 30 minutes because it's I already did everything set up ahead of time today. Just because I didn't know how long it was going to take. So stream schedules is going to be set up. So look forward to that. Again, I'm going to be reposting that on Discord and letting you guys know. We will have a community Discord night. And it's going to be Marvel Rivals. We're just doing quick play. We're not doing comp. Because I know some people, like, as you guys saw from me, I went balls on comp on yesterday. I know we were going to be playing Helldivers 2, but I was just like, no. I know we can do it. We can do it because I have believe in the power of, and then I die. But thank you all so much for coming by. Have a most wonderful rest of your evening this weekend. And I will see you guys on Monday. Farewell, farewell. I will see you all then. Bye-bye.